Look, it's like I said, it's imperative to our plans that we have a picture of Jason Hudson in the plans channel.
Yeah, that's what Otaka looks like, but still.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, it's underneath the stream because it's echoing.
Channel, where did? Oh, now I see what you're talking about.
The guy was a fucking ice cube, but I liked him.
I didn't realize there was a button that just opens Twitch straight from Discord.
There is.
I don't use Twitch a lot.
Yeah.
I have 5 channels I watch.
Well, that's on video for now.
Alright, here, I'm just starting up the game now. Just give me a second.
Okay.
All right.
Fuck, I forgot to delete my demo of Ballin Wonderworld.
Good. Yes, please do that.
Did you actually enjoy playing it?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
I should play that.
You probably can. I too
true,
imagine myself having weird pants on sex.
Everyone always talks about the fully clothed sex. But, like, no, I think stuff like the audio mixing and animations is way funnier.
Pardon me.
You know what?
I remember that free frame one.
I'm not gonna lie. Fucking, for PSN, I said my real name was Jake Conway.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I would just be like, oh, it's Tony Redgrave. Yeah, it's totally my real name.
I put my real name like an asshole. Before we start though, I just want to mention this though. That cutscene in Red to Hell where they forgot to put the dialogue in. Perfection. They all just start talking, but there's no dialogue. They forgot to include it.
Oh my god.
That was going to be a franchise.
Not the worst thing I've ever heard of happening in a film.
No, a game.
Let me just make sure I have
game.
a guy
Sorry,
available.
fuck.
Yeah, there's going to be, I remember they made a big deal about after the release of Ride to Hell Retribution, there'll also be Ride to Hell Route 666 and Ride to Hell Beatdown for mobile and Xbox Live Arcade.
They wanted it to be a franchise.
That never worked out well when you think about, like, the Dark Universe.
Yeah?
AKA the worst mummy version.
Are you talking about the cinematic Dark Universe?
Yes, that had
You just
money
called it the
wasted
Dark
on it.
Universe, and I was like, what?
It is called the Dark Universe, though.
They wasted so much money making that logo that only was on one film.
I'll show you the Dark Universe. I don't know
Oh,
what that means.
Oh man, dude, I was hyped for the Tom Cruise trailer where it was like no audio, no nothing but his scream. It's just
Yeah, that's the reason why I brought it up, because the trailer was
like-
stupid.
I was already looking for that before you said that.
Okay, so
Fuck. Alright.
what was it? We're at like 10 fragments.
We're at 11.
Right?
We're at 11. Specifically,
Yep,
the
we
funny
are
little-
at 11
the
fragments.
The funny little stream counter I have says 11.
Okay. Yeah, we only
I'm
have
counting,
like
we are indeed at 11.
39 more.
We can
Will
do
we
this,
finish?
guys.
Probably
Power through.
not.
Power through.
104.
We're gonna just speed read through all these until we see the ending.
I am.
We're gonna find out what wacky stuff's in store.
Anyways, the first
More
sacrifice. Murder!
Murder.
I was half asleep, so I didn't even hear the phone ringing nearby. After a while, I finally realized the phone was ringing, and a ringing phone means it's some kind of an emergency. It's 2 in the morning. That's very relatable. Who would even call me at this time of night, Cap? Hello, this is Irie.
I'm sorry to bother you, Dr. Urie.
It's Takano-san. I guess I'm Irie now. She never called me for a personal reason. At the Institute, she's ranked just below me. She's basically responsible for running it. We've already had this discussion. But for her to call me at this late at night, it must be an emergency. Sorry it took me so long. Is it true that we have another terminal patient?
Yes. I was hoping to find a living specimen, so this is perfect.
I initially thought that she'd abducted someone. The man had already been moved to the research area in the clinic's basement. Having been tied down to the examination table, he's struggling against his restraints. More as though he's deranged than actually resisting. Can you understand what he's saying? He sounds angry, sorrowful, like a child throwing a tantrum all at once. It's obviously he's not in the right state of mind. Anyway, let's put him under anesthesia. He might kill himself otherwise.
Oh, where's the fun in that? I wanted to observe him a little longer, but I guess I have no other choice.
One of the staff with a white gown got the anesthesia ready. Even a normal person would struggle to escape a restraining table in this suspicious room. But this man's behavior is at an abnormal level. I'm sure Okanogi-san and his friends from the Mountain Dogs are the ones who captured him. Capturing a man in this state of mind couldn't have been an easy task. According to Takano, she ran into this patient on her way home from the clinic by accident. No, AC, your son isn't going to magically appear in the scene.
Oh.
And also, for the record, yes, that scene was from that fucking clip was from the hen house. They just love reusing assets, I guess. She brought him back here, tested him, and the results came back positive. Of course, I have no intention of just believing what she's telling me. There's no question that this man is at the terminal stage, and a live specimen exactly what we need to research the syndrome. Who is this man, anyway?
He had something wrapped in newspaper. What do you think was in it?
Ugh, what is this? This Garfield comic is horrible. Something wrapped in a bloody newspaper on a tray nearby. Looking at the blood-drenched paper, I can only imagine something gruesome inside of it. Yet Takano-san looked like she wanted to surprise me with something interesting. Oh, God. This is awful. It's... bloody right arm. The man on the table still has his. That arm doesn't belong to him. So who does it belong to? I'm used to looking at things like this as a doctor. But the horrible cross-section makes me want to look away. It wasn't done according to medically acceptable methods, that's for sure. He was obviously done out of cruelty.
Judging by the situation, we can assume this man cut off this arm.
So he's the culprit behind the body dumping that's been occurring in the neighborhood. At that point, there was no way of knowing who the right arm belonged to. The next morning, the dismemberment murder of the damn construction site director was reported. It mentioned that his right arm was still missing. So we learned who the right arm belonged to.
This man has a criminal record, and he's on probation. Yet he committed another crime. I bet he dismantled the body in order to hide it.
I'm sure it depends on the circumstances. But I'll get more than just a few years in prison. I'll also give him a lobotomy, just to be safe.
So you won't hesitate to dissect a scumbag like him, right?
I already said I'm doing the lobotomy! Who knows? Maybe he was a scumbag before and became violent due to the syndrome. Or maybe he had gone straight, but became violent again due to the syndrome. The former is one thing, but if it's the latter case, that's not his fault.
Splitting hairs.
That's why Hinamizawa syndrome is so terrifying. We can't tell if the syndrome is the cause of the crime, or if it's simply a cause of human nature. But what causes a deficit of human nature in the first place? This was precisely Irie's area of research. Oh, okay, third person. Hate the crime, not the criminal. And criminals only be corrected by punishing them with imprisonment.
It's the game, not the player.
If the person commits a crime because of a mental disorder, but then gets treatment, he is corrected. In other words, there are no crimes in this world. Only patients awaiting treatment without anyone else being able to understand them. In medieval times, it's a great restaurant by the way, I think Randy Pitchford went there once, patients with mental disorders were said to be possessed by demons and they were either confined or killed. Centuries after, they were finally acknowledged as mentally ill people who needed treatment. After they were horribly mutilated. Perception can change with time.
Yeah.
Even if they are called criminals now, maybe after several centuries, those criminals will be acknowledged as patients who are entitled to appropriate treatment. Explaining crimes through illness instead of malice. That's my life's work. Hinamizawa syndrome is a strange disease that can support my theory. Solving its mysteries is extremely important to me. You know, Nora's saying, and now back to my just safe and perfectly normal lobotomies. Maybe just imagine like a, what is it? It's like that fucking doctor game by Atlas, where it's like a
Trauma center.
Yeah, it's like it's a
trauma center.
It's a trauma center thing, but it's Irie performing a lobotomy.
Yeah, it's the one with Chie, but good, right?
Yeah, it's the one with Chie, but good.
You know, he does kind of look like the main character in that first game.
Oh, and the nurse is Takano.
Oh my god, there's an alternate universe of that game.
Trauma center, where the solution is always a lobotomy.
It all adds up.
And curing parasites.
Dr. Styles. He isn't brain damaged enough. Give me another scalpel!
I think this person has that one particular virus, parasite again. Again?
To solve those mysteries, I need a medical sacrifice. It's an extremely sinful thing to do, but there's no way to unravel this without it. The Erie Institute was authorized to take such drastic measures if necessary. That's why I asked about it so many times when I accepted the position of director. Takano, give me my twirling mustache so I can be a villain while I'm doing this medical sacrifice. And finally, the opportunity is here. This will be the first step on our research of this strange disease. But even now, I'm a little hesitant. I've opened up human bodies in many surgeries. What I'll be doing on this man is something very similar. It's also something that's very different. What I did before was part of treatment. I did it to save the patient's lives. I did it so the patients could have a better future. What I'm trying to do here isn't treatment. He will die at the end of it. I'm simply fucking around and seeing what happens. His death will be far from humane. I'm going to violate nature and force him to stay alive, while I open up his living brain.
It's gonna be really fucked up.
Maids!
Yeah, boy!
My headcanon is he does the maids thing because it's not as gruesome. It's like how he forgets the
Satoko,
bullshit
I'm
he had
begging
to
you,
do.
don't look in the cabinet that's marked special scalpels, please! Anyways, Con, whenever you're ready.
Oh yeah, my. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
It's
just
fine.
came in my room. Slay. Don't worry, they didn't hear anything about the special scalpels.
You know, I'm glad I backed Friday Night Funkin' because I get fucking project updates like the guy going, I fell down the stairs today and broke both my legs.
That is pretty funny how he'll never walk again.
Oh, he's
I'm
fucking,
so fucking glad I'm
feel.
not the only one who back Friday Night Funkin'.
Here, hold on a second. Let me look at some of these
How much did you donate?
these updates because they're fucking hilarious. Hold on a second.
How much did you back, dude?
I just did $15.
I did 10.
A word of thanks. Wait, if you do $5 more, you'll be able to get the game, Con. Like $10 doesn't get you anything.
What?
You have to
Bruh.
give a little bit more money if you want to actually get the game, Con.
Shut up,
An
I'm doing
extra
a thing right
$5. An extra $5 gives you all the funking you need.
One of them is Kawaii Sprite has a butthole that's freaking tight. One of them just says lol. Backers only update, it's a picture of someone smoking a bong. And the first one is, hi lol, why'd you guys give us so much money? You guys are weird. Anyways, whenever you're ready, Con. I'm just saying, maybe give him 10 more. Maybe give him like $5 more and you'll get the game.
Yeah, give him $5 more bucks.
The update.
Yeah.
I thought it was like he has a butthole. That's pretty tight. Instead, it's like he has a butthole that's pretty
Alright,
tight.
hey,
Like,
the bit's actually going on way too long now. Can we get back to this, please?
I'm sorry.
Yes, get on with it, like Monty Python.
You there?
Con?
I'm here.
I'm with it. You ready?
Look, there's a quota for being funny, and unfortunately we passed it a long time ago.
I'm gonna have to log back into my Kickstarter thing for that.
Fucking Christ, Joshy!
What? You act like that's not true!
I mean,
What the heck happened?
I'm gonna shit out my whole ass. Oh my god.
I don't get it. What happened?
Here, I'm gonna put it on the stream.
Put it on the stream.
I'm gonna hang it up on the fridge for everyone to see. 11 drilling tips and tricks, featuring Dr. Irie.
I want to say.
Oh my god!
That person's talking about normal plywoods. Please, if you want to check actual hardware stuff, maybe check him out. I don't know who he is.
Cross your heart and hope to die, am I right? Okay, whenever you're ready for real now.
Yeah, cross your heart and hope to die. Jesus motherfucking Christ!
Finish the steps, Isaac.
Dr. Irie? Are you listening?
Sorry. Can you repeat that?
I believe it best that we submit the dissection proposal to Tokyo and request their assistance. He's not only alive, but he's also in the terminal stage, so he's an extremely important specimen. We must conduct the dissection very carefully.
That's true. You're right. Let's do as you say.
I think we'll have a few days before the dissection. Oh, I want to run some reaction tests once he's off the anesthesia.
Do you think that's safe? Even if he's restrained, we don't know what will happen.
We finally have the opportunity to test a live specimen. We can't only look into his brain.
I thought you originally said this was a brain parasite. I feel like we're kind of overstepping our bounds a little bit. Talking to San's unusual cheerfulness made me feel odd. Maybe her reaction is normal. Maybe I'm the one who's not reacting normally in this situation. Maybe my blood mode is activating. I'm only here for the research. I'm excited to have the opportunity to perform our first live dissection. But I'm still hesitant. How can I call myself a researcher? Researchers of the past were brave enough to cross this line, and not so they accomplished many things. I've seen many brains, I've operated on them. I've lost some patients, too. But I never thought anything of it because I knew that I did the right thing. Even when my hard work was denied afterwards. If it paid me to think of that, then I just needed to advance the field of medicine so that the deaths weren't wasted. That's the true formula of advancing the field of medicine. Yes. Why was my heart tormented so much by just changing the name from treatment to dissection? Am I not man enough to emulate those great men of the past who opened the doors to new medicine? Don't have the power to develop new advances myself?
Hey. What's the matter, Director? Are you feeling okay?
Takano's pretending to be concerned about me, but she knows. She knows I'm still hesitating. She's telling me that I should be ashamed as a researcher for feeling that way. I shook my head to clear the sleepiness. Remember the resolve that brought me to this day. I already have blood on my hands. But if I stop now, their lives will be wasted. Those who shed their blood can only rest in peace once they've become cornerstones of great research. I shook my head once more as I reminded myself that I'm a researcher. No. I was just thinking. Takano-san, please get some arrangements with Tokyo. Let me know when it's done.
Okay. Understood. This is really exciting.
The least I can do is my best, so his life won't be wasted. If he bleeds, I can't even waste a drop of his blood. Scolding my staff for their indiscretion, discussing the dissection with such excitement, I returned to my office.
I was gonna say, Takano has a boner for murder.
Sure does.
I've got a boner
Now
for
pledge
murder.
$15 for Friday Night Funkin'.
Nice.
Yay! Also, that's not a dissection, that's a vivisection. There's a difference.
Holy hell, they've already reached 1.2 million.
Hey, everyone watching us, go kickstart Friday Night Funkin'. Great
Oh,
game.
kickstart Friday Night Funkin'. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be awesome. Week 7 is already out. This game is definitely fucking worth it. Go follow Kawaii Sprite on Twitter.
I'm guessing it's a rhythm game, but like, how do you play it?
So, Con, actually, the early bird bonus is gone. It's $20 to get the game now.
Oh, god damn it!
What you talking about? I just got mine here that says your $15 pledge brings this project one step closer to becoming a reality.
I know, but okay. So here's the thing: there's tiers that you have to get to actually do the game or to get the game itself. I mean, it's like you're right now you're just funding it out of the goodness of your own heart. But you see, the thing is, there was an early bird thing for backing at by a certain point. Currently, that has been removed. So now it's a $20 if you want the actual game now. So you have to put $5 more in.
Yes, $5 more. I can't make this shit up.
Dang, hold on.
As a bit of a pro tip, if you're gonna back stuff on Kickstarter, just look at there's tiers you can do for donations instead of just going in blindly. Anyways, hey, let's keep going. Let's see.
Okay, oh, sorry.
Let's see. Properties. We're on fragment 12 now, which is. You still see my backgrounds?
On the Discord?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Oh, okay. There was a hell taking
Nope.
one there. Unfortunate.
Which one?
Oh, Cerberus.
I just see
Oh.
1 out of 7, and I just see the first screen.
Okay, so here, Con, fucking... I guess I'm doing this right now. Where the hell's the actual thing? So here, if you go to...
We're doing this.
If you go to the Kickstarter, for Friday Night Funkin', don't worry, this is gonna be really simple and really quick. Basically, there's, just go to, the main page, and here, there's one tier called a copy of the game itself. You pledge $20 or more, and that's how you get the game.
Irie is really weird. He's talking about a game that won't exist for another 30 years right now.
Anyways, also get Unbreakable. That's a cool game too. Okay, so let's see. We're on 3. The old guy.
How does he know what a Kickstarter is?
Hey! I don't know what to say. I want to say something, but I can't think of the right words. I can only sigh.
Oishi-san! I've been here, looking for you. The section manager asked me about the wanted poster.
Random forensics investigator.
Be quiet. This is a place of rest.
As Kumagai bars in the room, the old coroner quickly snapped back at him.
Sorry. The section manager asked me about the wanted poster for the suspect.
Can you talk to Komiyama-kun about that? You speak to the coroner here. Could you tell him I'll be right over?
Okay.
Kumagai ran out of the autopsy room with the same haste as he entered in.
Lively, isn't he?
The old man would have slapped him for making such a fuss.
You probably should go back too. The air in here isn't for people who aren't used to it.
You're right. If I slack off too long, I might get slapped as well.
Here in Shishibon, all the hoodlums cross the street when you pass through. Yet he's the only one, past or future, who's ever punched you for splitting your sumo wrong.
He really was a merciless man. I think he punched me more times than my real father.
Doesn't matter if he was your real one or not. If you looked up to him in the same way, then he really was a father to you.
My real father passed away in Nagoya. We're talking about... okay?
We're getting Oishi backstory!
He was unlucky. If he wasn't given the order to move to a plant in Nagoya, he would have died in an air raid. If I could have rode it out and had another half a year or so, then the war would have been over. Or he, yeah. I was sad, of course, but I was grown up enough by then I didn't cry into the ground like my mother did. People feel sadness in different ways. Some people fuck at funerals. I cut off heads. For some people it comes all at once in an overwhelming wave. Others feel sadness gradually, over a long period of time. I think I was the latter. When he was alive, I only thought of him as annoying, in my mind. I even cursed him with questions about why he avoided the draft. Thought my feelings towards him would always be the same. Then the war ended. I saw families and friends being reunited with joy as they came home from the front. It finally happened. I grieved for my father's death. The train was filled with people who were sad and full of despair. I knew I wasn't the only one whose life ended up that way. But I remember I was very, very heartbroken. After the war, the nation completely changed. As a policeman, the environment I worked in went through sudden changes too. To forget my sorrow, the only thing I could do was devote myself to my work. At the time, I was in charge of busting people for buying rice illegally. I conducted spot checks on travelers in major train stations. And boy, did I find a lot of them. There was a fairly big black market in Gogura. A lot of people came from as far as Osaka to buy it. After the war, Japan faced a chronic shortage in food supply. To those ends, the nation's instituted a food rationing program by signing the Food Control Act. But the rations the government provided weren't even close to being enough to feed families. Therefore, there was no choice but other than buying food and supplies on the black market. The government had hardly enough food for rations, but there was somehow plenty on the black market. The dealers there sold it at outrageous prices, and some of them became quite wealthy. The Sonozaki family made their money through the black market, but that's another story. The government didn't bother arresting these dealers. For, with their money, they were able to buy off the top members of the police department. Instead, they decided to go after the people buying the goods. They even confiscated the rice they bought by selling everything they owned.
Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't there a prosecutor who starved himself to death?
Yeah, there was. The prosecutor was vowed not to eat illegal rice, starved to death. Wasn't it in 1947? That was horrible. He, a public prosecutor, proved himself that people couldn't survive by adhering to the law. That prosecutor grew tired of the government charging people with doing whatever they had to do to survive. He proclaimed that he was never going to buy black market rice again. In 1947, he starved to death when he was only in his mid-30s. The law prohibited people from buying black market rice. That was the only way to survive. In that case, was the Food Control Act a bad law itself? The death of this prosecutor was seen as a desperate message to the government about the unjustness of that law. We rounded up people with bags of rice and lined them up as a temporary inspection point next to the station. Like a military tribunal. Next to their bags and confiscating everything that they had bought at the black market. The women all cried. Sold everything they owned to buy that rice. They pleaded that if we confiscated the rice, how would they feed their starving children?
Doesn't make sense, huh? Yet they forbade you from going after the sellers, so it was absolutely unfair from the view of the people.
Everyone was on edge. If a police inspection was set up in the next station, they'd jump off the train and run. Where are these people? So we set up several officers near jump-off spots in order to capture them. I remember chasing after women carrying several kilos of rice on them. That's when I first met the old man. I was surprised. Remember my father? Looked exactly like him. I really thought maybe my father had miraculously survived the air raid in Nagoya. I was chasing him and was running away from the inspection point. There's no way for him to run with a heavy bag of rice on him. Whether he got arrested with the illegal rice, or escape by ditching the rice that he had bought by selling all of his belongings. In other words, the person is being chased off by the police, that person can't provide his family any rice to eat. Of course I felt guilty about that. They'd be able to buy rice in order to survive. They had a tacit agreement to let those who ditched the rice and ran get away. Those are the same thing as I chased them. Please, throw it away. I didn't want to catch him. I didn't want to hear him crying and pleading in distress. Then the old man showed up. He looked exactly like my dead father. I was dumbfounded. Then, all of a sudden, he punched me in the head. If father disciplines you as a child, you lower your head in apology. I was happy to see my father alive. I couldn't hold my joy in. The old man said, "Let him go." When I heard his voice, I realized he wasn't my father. I would arrest him for assaulting a policeman. But a young man like me, barely grown any hairs yet, was no match for an older man used to fighting. Yeah, he sure taught me a lesson. He gave me a good scolding in the middle of the street after I was all beat up. I wouldn't even listen to him, right? But something struck me then. I kept seeing my father in him. All I could do was listen.
Yeah, he was a ruffian, but he showed his guts like a real man. That's what made him such a great guy. You don't see men like him nowadays. He was a true example of a man from the good old times.
Despite my age, I still needed a father. Here's someone to look up to and show what makes a man a man. When I thought about it, I really did have two fathers. The other man was a father, a brother, and my best friend. But now he realized with his head, body, arms, and legs all dismembered, and his right arm hadn't been found. He taught me how to be a man, how to enjoy alcohol, how to play mahjong, and how to enjoy the joys of air conditioning. With that right arm, he gave me a good beating when I did something wrong. That right arm is still missing.
Do you have any suspects?
Yeah, of course. I swear, I'll find the old man's right arm and pay them back for what they've done to him. They're running Hinamizawa from the shadows, doing this collective crime they call the Dam Protests. The Sonozaki family. I declare war within myself. I already know who my enemy is.
So, I did miss a bit because I went to go get something to drink, but what I'm essentially getting is that Oishi has a big fucking beef with fucking the Sonozakis, and it's based off of something Sonozakis didn't do.
Because the Sonozakis...
assumptions.
The Sonozakis just fucking say they did it, but then they didn't really do it at all.
Orio's the fucking stupidest! Like,
They're the big bluffer.
Oh my God.
Literally a shit stirrer.
Like,
Man,
you're like, law is
she
me,
fucking-
law.
No.
They deserved episode 7.
The best possible way you can describe Oreo is a southern matriarch.
Kiichi could have kicked her ass. She ain't
Can
got
we-
nothing.
We are good
We
at
have a
stirring
scene of
up
somebody beating an old
family
lady
together
to death.
and
What's the
bluffing
name of that?
everyone else's ass.
Name of the wife from Resident Evil 7.
Marguerite.
He's not eating it.
Marguerite. Like it's like her, except not crazy.
That is actually
Not crazy.
Actually,
Hold
actually, that's a really good class action. That fuck. Fuck you! I can't eat all these apples.
Oh god. Faraday-san, thank you for waiting. We just finished the last test. She'll be back soon. I hope she's able to help. Of course! Rika-san will help the whole village. They'll be able to come up with a treatment soon. She's looking into the structure, but we're finding out how important Rika-san is to these villagers. People with more serious conditions can stabilize themselves. Found out if they get close to the Queen Carrier, there's some kind of substance in their brain. This is a calming effect, and it seems to have the power to bring their symptoms down. You can produce this substance that'll end up making it for a powerful treatment. I see. Rika has that kind of power.
You shouldn't be surprised. People say that maidens of the Furude family shrine have the psychic power to calm both souls and demons, don't they? Even before we discovered it was already recorded in the history of the last few hundred years.
That's true. I'm impressed with how wise people were back then.
Me. The tests are all done.
Rika, good work. I was getting tired. Let's take this and go get something to drink.
He's a lot of my blood. We need to replenish.
Fuck, my voice today.
Rika took the 108 coin that was offered to her and ran into the hallway, and then passed out due to blood loss. I appreciate Rika-san's help. If she hadn't offered her assistance, our research wouldn't have progressed this far. Rika is very concerned about her friends with the syndrome. She wants to help because of her. Doctor, please take Rika's feelings into account. Of course. We're taking up her precious time every Sunday. Make sure to get to the bottom of this. I had to put her through some rather rough experiments, but I hope you'll understand.
We'll never harm her in any way, though. She's such an important person. She's the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama, after all.
I wonder how people back then found out about the syndrome. Now they knew the Furude family was the descendants of the queen. I'm truly impressed. By the way, something I have to ask you. I ask you for your permission to collect her cerebrospinal fluid. Also, the chance we'll have to drill a hole in her skull to examine the inside of her head.
Come on!
A hole in her skull? Of course, we'll take every precaution. I have the special needles for it. Rika-san is the one and only queen carrier. I'm sure that she's safe. Her safety is our priority.
Can we drill a hole in your kid's brain?
You see, I wasn't that far off with that fucking Photoshop.
You are not!
Get the,
Can we take a
get
drill
the
to
scary
your
Dead
brain?
Space machine!
Oh my god! Fucking screwdriver noir! Okay.
Driver emoji.
Chun is a girl. We won't shave her entire head. We'll leave a little side off like a faux hawk. That's all the rage right now, isn't it? However, we'll have to ask her to stay at the clinic a little longer so we can keep our eyes on her.
She can still receive visitors, of course. You're more than welcome to attend the examination. I'm sure she'll be more relaxed to have someone she knows nearby while I'm drilling a hole in her skull. You really need to perform this examination? Is it really safe? I can't absolutely guarantee her safety for either collecting cerebrospinal fluid or drilling a hole in her skull. There's always the option something might go wrong. Also, Rika-chan may suffer from from physical and emotional discomfort. Even if it's this important, we can't perform without the parents' consent.
Ellipses!
Ellipses.
Actually, I've already talked to Rika-chan about it.
What'd she say?
She said that it's fine.
I explained the possibility of danger. I need your consent. Sometimes, you can truly believe that she's the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. She feels obligated to sacrifice herself for the village. What an impressive child. Could you please let me talk to my wife? She understands the situation, but I still need to explain it to her. Sure, of course. I'm sure she'll have a perfectly reasonable reaction to asking us for us asking to open up a hole in your daughter's head. So please talk it over with her. The examination is an extremely important step in the process of stamping out the syndrome, right?
Of course, and it's not at all anything related to Irie's fascination with drilling holes in things or sticking sticks in holes and smearing them around inside.
Please, you're embarrassing me, Takano. It's to solve the mysteries of Hinamizawa syndrome for sure.
I just look at the decision 10 says, "This isn't my beautiful wife!"
This is not my beautiful shrine. This is not my beautiful wife. Let the days go by.
Let the water go.
After the money's gone.
At least it will be the first step.
As I already explained, if something happens to the Queen Carrier, the whole community here might be in danger. In other words, it's possible the whole village could end up with terminal symptoms.
That's right. According to the studies, within 48 hours of the death of the Queen Carrier, everyone with the disease will become dangerously sick. We must prevent that from happening no matter what.
Something happens to Rika, the whole village will go insane. Yes. It's our job to prevent that. Might seem ironic that we have to put you and your daughter in danger. This is the only way to stamp out the syndrome. Dr. Irie, if I succeed in that examination.
As I said, there are no guarantees in medicine.
Sure. Sure. Irie answered with a nod, interrupting Takano's vague response. I will succeed. I'll save Rika-san. The villagers, too. I promise. Okay. I'll talk to my wife. I'll let you know our decision. Yes. Thank you.
Oh yeah, his wife is super gonna say no to that.
After Rika and her father left, Takano started to laugh. What is it? What's so funny?
Oh, nothing. I just thought it was amusing to get permission from both the patient and her parents beforehand.
Rika-chan's going through something she doesn't have to. Why should I? I thought I should as a courtesy. I would have gotten consent from the man last year had he been in his normal condition.
Are you being tormented with guilt ever since you started your research here?
What do you mean? This type of teasing was normal from Takano, but maybe she had gone a little too far. He made it clear how displeased he was to hear that.
You can only research Hinamizawa syndrome by using living beings. You feel guilty continuing your work because of that.
Those guilty feelings are necessary. Whether it's a murder or dissection, the fact that you are taking someone's life is the same. We have to accept that, and at the same time devote ourselves to our research.
And that's an extremely impressive theory you have there. Then, Dr. Irie, how many times have you gotten consent before you cut into people's brains?
Ellipses.
I'm waiting.
Yuri didn't think Takano knew about that.
How many brains have you cut up without consent, using your selfish little theory that people commit crimes due to mental disorders as your excuse? I'd love to know the answer.
That is...
Common sense changes with time. Back then, doctors didn't need to explain anything or get consent beforehand. So I don't think you have to be concerned about the past. It'd be a problem now, but it was okay back then. So that's fine. But you feel guilty, and that's why you want to get consent from Rika-chan beforehand. And why you wanted to get it from him, right?
That's not true. In the first place, the treatment and the dissections are...
Listen, boy. What you want is the stamp of forgiveness known as prior consent. Right? What you want is some stamp of forgiveness. Some deception to fill your heart so you can atone for your past sins. If you regretted what you've done, then you'd never get involved with brains again. Yet you're dragging regrets behind as you continue to deal with brains, guilty all the while. If you truly acknowledged your actions as sin, then you would have refused to accept the appointment as director. Isn't that right, boy?
I don't listen to this. Excuse me.
You must listen. The field of medicine is constantly won in battles against that era's ethics and social values. When Dr. Takano discovered the existence of this syndrome, the people in power at the time just disregarded their own ignorance and scoffed at his foresight. But he didn't stop researching until he collapsed. He believed that someday he'd be acknowledged. Even if it was after he died, he still believed in it. Could do only that because of how strong his conviction was. If it wasn't for that, he would have given up. Strong will is what keeps research going. Only the most determined can achieve a result. But you don't have that. You're a coward who still can't decide if he should be proud or ashamed of his achievements. How could you accept the position of director with such a half-hearted determination? You knew from the beginning that this research couldn't be brought to fruition without adding further blood to your already stained hands.
I don't know what to say. Maybe I am half-hearted.
And why don't you resign? You'll still have the obligation to keep things secret, but at least you won't have to feel guilty anymore. You may be my partner, but you're also simply a person who was requested by my client. Now that this research institute is fully developed, you aren't needed. If you don't even have the necessary determination to do research to begin with, you are an especially useless partner. I'll never quit researching. I'm not afraid of guilt or regret. My conviction is what will take me to the future. Just like Dr. Takano succeeded, I'll succeed alone.
That's impressive. However, my determination may not come close to yours. I too have a will. And that's why I am here. As you said, I already have blood on my hands. After I arrived in Hinamizawa, they got even bolder. Bloodier. I can't just run from my responsibilities. Probably continue to be tormented by my unatoned sins. But I won't run. I'll get to the bottom of Hinamizawa syndrome. That's the least I can do for all the people who gave their lives for this research. And also for those who will give their lives from now on. Very war determined look on his face. He appeared different from maybe the moment before, when he was baffled by Takano having brought up those painful memories. For a short while, Yuri's eyes displayed his strong will, and he turned around. He'll probably get consent for Rika-chan's examination. Please stop preparing for it.
Yes, I understand. Director.
They got their consent the following week.
I'm
Oh,
very
that was fun.
curious how they got the consent.
Drill, 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 drill.
See, Irie's based, he just likes Ted Rising a lot.
Okay, then.
Alright.
Okay, what's the next one?
Irie's gonna mention he works for Phenotrans.
Dr. Irie, we get it. You like lobotomy. Stop drilling it into our heads.
I don't get it.
Drill into your head.
Yeah,
I was joking. You knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah, I knew what that meant.
You knew all along.
Alright.
It was me, Austin.
Okay,
so what's the next
inspection.
It's
Okay, hold up. Okay, everybody dicks in your pants this time, okay?
What?
Anyway.
Yeah! Yeah!
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some
I
cheese.
knew Josh would do that.
I'm gonna get some cheese. Just give me a second.
Oh man.
Man, I am falling asleep. I am trying to stay awake.
This is why I
Yes, son! My fucking Miss Hottie McCott. Yes, thank you. I want Orange to play that video on fucking stream.
I spent like a few minutes making a dumb Warzone meme, and no one will appreciate it. It's
I
in
think
the.
it's funny.
Isn't that the hit movie Batman vs Superman directed by Zack Snyder?
Yeah. That was my first thought as soon as she showed up in that uniform and everyone started thirsting for her.
Well, to be fair, people were
It's the
thirsting for her
turtleneck
already.
and the vest. It's like all this stuff. Whew.
But yeah, no, like, I don't care what you guys say. This is hilarious. This is the peak of comedy.
I regret to inform you that Verdansk has fallen. Containment procedures. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good.
The calendar.
It was like my first thought when in the trailer it goes from 2020 to 1984.
I was actually really disappointed that it's 1983 when this takes place, because I was like, how about dropping into Hinamizawa as a meme?
Like, for those who like context, it's basically just a joke at this, part, like the start of that video. Also, I kind of already made that meme before.
It says your infinite death cycle has ended. Not gonna lie, that's pretty dope. Gotta ask though, how many kinds of Call of Duty memes are there out there?
A lot.
I make most of them. Like the containment protocol one, I made like 10 minutes ago.
I make a lot of the Adler edits.
Also, the file name for that Captain Price 1984 edit is it's Eye of the Tiger, literally just because the trailer has Eye of the Tiger playing.
God, I wish I had some caffeine right now.
I've been drinking G Fuel just recently. It's making me hype.
Hello, I'm back.
Speaking of it, as I said, one last thing about memes is that when you look at Higurashi memes, man, they're a product of their time.
Hey, well, you can say the same for Umaneka. There's some that's like, oh, geez.
They like just massive edgelord
Hey, Orange, you should play the video that Bard shared in the chat that I made. Sure.
Man, I wish I could make memes.
No, it's Stimulation Bard video.
I can't make memes, so that doesn't stop me from going to immigrantflip.com, putting text over a picture.
Yeah, but the last time I tried that, I totally messed it up.
Good post. Okay. Routine inspection.
Alright.
The lights came on in the meeting room as the slideshow ended, and all the auditors began to applaud, praising the Uri institution's dramatic accomplishments.
Not today. In the bureaucrat, go!
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting very much from the Hinamizawa syndrome research. I figured that even if there was progress, it would be 3 steps forward and 2 steps back every decade. Oh, wait. That's awesome.
My! Oh, is that you?
I'm not sure.
Bureaucrat.
Yeah.
Different bureaucrat, just go ahead with it.
Oh, fuck, I'll do it. How impressive is to achieve so much in such a short period of time? I'm continuing with the Nazi thing, okay. This is all thanks to you, Director Irie.
Oh no. It's all because of the staff that supported me and Takano-san, too.
Smiling. Don't be so humble. Director Irie is a genius in the field of neurology. After all, he's also produced greater achievements than any other doctor when it comes to the brain.
That's true. I'm just gonna. Not many doctors as young as you have nearly as much experience operating on brains.
I'm gonna let you have it because that German accent is just too funny.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Colonel Irie! Now I go to Tokyo with my head held high. Now I go back to streaming! I'm honored we gave you something good to take back with you, Tomitake-san. By the way, could you stop calling me Lieutenant Colonel? I just couldn't get used to it.
Would you prefer Fiora?
I also prefer Risa-san at this point. I bet you do, huh?
I hate this joke. You sure were a huge help. You're the one who secured funding for our research, even when we couldn't produce feasible results. We couldn't have done this without you.
It wasn't any trouble. But really, the results you presented today are just brilliant! Maybe you found the cause of the syndrome and prepared a clear path towards future research. We're looking forward to hearing more progress when we come again next time.
I'm sure the Tokyo office will quit bothering us about cutting your budget with these sort of results.
After all, we nearly lost our budget for the canned coffee we provided to you all, didn't we?
Oh, God, I keep thinking every time I try to do that. I keep trying to do an evil laugh, and I just keep hiccuping every time.
Maniacal laughter. Maniacal laughter.
Fuck!
I am laughing evilly. I am laughing right now.
Okay, there we
Start
go.
out low, and then you'd gradually
It's been a
build
couple
on top of
tries.
it.
Tomitake-kun, make sure you report our progress to Tokyo well enough that they give us enough funding to hold the party. We've been getting nothing but the stick. It is time for the carrot.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Get myself hiccups trying to do that. Well, the obvious the carrot comes back in the shape of funding.
Maniacal laughter. Maniacal laughter.
I'm not supposed to be in the scene yet.
I'm just curious to see. Oh, I got it.
You are shifting in front of my very eyes. You are
So
mutating.
what happened?
I wanted to see what the different art style looked like, so I just started fucking flicking through them. I saw old Tomitake.
Show that old Tomitake again. There we go. He looks like a communist.
Yeah, a little bit.
He looks like he's from the Soviet Union.
A part of me
You
wants me to get a
know,
snack
the
real quick, but a part of me is gonna tell me that
scenes of Hellsing
Okanogi's gonna
Ultimate.
pop up any second. Like the moment I leave the room.
Hellsing Ultimate, anyone?
Yeah, that was good.
Yes, it is.
I know who's talking. And with that congenial atmosphere, our routine audit was over. You're surrounded by being questioned by National Institute of Infectious Disease workers who had joined the auditors. Dagano-san, congratulations! I can't really say this out loud, but all the progress I've seen tonight is thanks to your hard work.
Thank you, Jiro-san.
Oh, you.
Jiro-san and I are the only ones here who know that strings were pulled in order to create the Irians. So, only Jiro-san can understand what I had to go through. But I've only just risen to the stage for my research. My opponent and I are finally in the same arena, that's all. Critical fight comes after this. And it should be getting even more exciting in the future.
By the way, Manager Nakagawa told me to tell you that he wants you to hold a presentation in Tokyo. Even the Alphabet Board wants you to come and meet with them. Guess they all want to hear this directly from you.
Oh my. Isn't having you explain enough?
Nah, I think that's what they mean. But they might meet such a pretty researcher in person, maybe.
My. Aren't you being silly, Jiro-san?
No, but apparently I'm being too subtle. Random mountain dog.
Wait,
Excuse
that's Cap, right? Yeah.
This is my. Excuse me, Major Takano. There's been a phone call for you from Tokyo.
Thank you for holding. This is Takano.
I guess I'll do it.
Actually,
Hey, how are you doing? Oh.
Koizumi-sensei!
oh, it's Koizumi, okay.
Thank you for taking time to call me.
Which Koizumi?
Yeah,
Because
because-
that was my dog.
We're gonna say that Cap your Koizumi now.
Okay. You know, I heard you made significant breakthrough, Mio-chan. So I had to call to congratulate you.
Thank you very much. Yes, thanks to your support, we've been able to accomplish the first step of identifying the microbe that causes Hinamizawa syndrome.
Mm-hmm. I see. Great job, Mio-chan. I'm sure Takenoko is very happy in heaven right now.
He is not there. That's
I
a
was
little
just
too early
surprised.
to say. My grandfather was attempting to go beyond merely identifying the cause of the syndrome. His work was about showing the possibility of human thoughts actually being controlled by parasitic agents in our bodies. Only when that is proven will his research be recognized for the great achievement it is. When we're able to explain all thoughts and visions with parasites, the world is going to be tossed into chaos.
How interesting. I can just imagine how those religious big shots will react when they find out their leaders are parasites. How interesting. So, political commentary. I would just love to see that. I won't die until you show that to me, Mio-chan.
Please don't say that. Please don't say that. Well, I look forward to it, though. I'll make sure that this research will spread shock throughout the world. Then the whole world will finally realize how great my grandfather was, and they'll be fighting each other to read over the documents he left behind. Only then can I say that I've repaid my debt to him.
I'm a little envious of Takenoko-kun. I don't want money, you know. I don't mind getting rid of half of what I have. I just wish I had a grandchild who would carry on my legacy.
Thank you so much. Those words mean so much to me.
By the way, I sent you a present. It's a nice bottle of wine for you to celebrate with. I didn't know your address, so I sent it to the clinic. However, they told me they were having a difficult time importing it, so it might take a little while. But when it comes, please have a party with the people who helped you.
Celebratory wine? Well then, I wonder what expensive sort of drink Koizumi-sensei will be sending us.
I said nice, not expensive.
Fucking Trevor.
Oh, it's not that kind of expensive. Don't you remember, Mio-chan? Takenoko-kun used to keep a particular bottle of wine.
Remember. That's right. My grandfather kept a certain bottle of wine. I don't know if he bought it himself or if someone gave it to him. He treasured it. He always said he'd open it when his research finally gained recognition. Child then, so I don't even remember what brand it is, but Mr. Koizumi would know. Went through all the trouble to find the same bottle of wine for this special occasion. First time in a while, Takano felt the same sunny warmth she experienced during her time with her grandfather. Thank you very much, Uncle Koizumi.
I like it when you call me that, Mio-chan. I don't feel like you're speaking to me when you say Koizumi-sensei.
I can't help but smile along with him. Because I think Tomitake and Irie were having a similar exchange. If you like it that way, then I'll be happy to call you that when there's nobody around.
I'll be happy if you call me that even in front of people.
I don't know exactly how old he is, but if he can laugh so energetically, he'll live for many more years to come.
I'm 24.
I guess the saying about living a long life is true after all.
Sakino-kun and I both wished you were truly part of our family. We really did.
My grandfather had his own family, of course. Because he was so into his research, he became estranged from his wife. They were legally married, but they lived separately. I never met his family when I was a child. I only met them after my grandfather committed suicide. During his latter years, my grandfather went into psychological despair and began to look at his life with cynicism. His condition became worse over time, and he was shocked at his own dementia, afraid of living while his consciousness degraded. So, jumped off the roof of the hospital. Only my name was in his suicide note. None of his family members' names were in it. It's when all his relatives showed up and took everything my grandfather left behind. They were afraid I was going to get his estate. He had lawyers and all that, so I backed down. Asked for everything in his study in return. Those idiots don't understand the value of my grandfather's research. They were actually happy to strike a deal out of court, and they can also get rid of the piles of papers and jars with human organs in them. He never even showed up once when he was alive. Like hyenas, they appeared after his death. I'd never let them put their hands all over my grandfather's research. Fortunately, I was able to protect my grandfather's soul from their tainted hands.
Okay, I'll get going in here. God. If there's anything you need, be sure to call Uncle Koizumi, okay? I'll do anything for my granddaughter.
Thank you, Uncle Koizumi. I'll work even harder.
Christ, I got taken off guard there.
Yeah, you got a lot of rolls in this.
I was really slipping up there.
Yeah, you're fine.
Orange?
Yeah, I know, I'm just doing something.
Yeah, you better do
Thank
it.
you.
It is the AC.
Yes.
Wait.
And it is now an emote.
Hey, what? Oh.
Yeah.
But I'm right here.
No, he's talking
Me-
about the
me-
air
me.
conditioner.
Me grabbing the emote.
Ah,
It's a very good.
okay.
Large-
Next
okay.
We reached 15 fragments.
We're already halfway there.
No, we're not.
I mean,
We're not.
through the set that we're reading tonight.
Oh.
I am tired as fuck.
Kuma guy got me.
I can go for a couple hours.
Satoshi Hojo.
No!
We gotta figure it out.
Oh! Huckleberries.
When I asked Rika-chan, she said that Satoko might have possibly gone to the mountain behind the shrine. She's fond of going there. The mountain is covered with trees, vines, and fallen logs. She really likes the area. Any child would dream of having a secret base. And to Satoko, her secret base is the whole mountain. However, the mountains were undeveloped territory, making them a dangerous place that was easy to get lost in. As her brother, I'm a little concerned that she spends too much time on it. I'm sure I'm worried more about myself getting lost since I rarely come here. The mountains get dark quickly when evening falls. Still can't find her, I should look for her somewhere else. Satoko! Satoko! Yelling as loud as I can, but in the woods, my voice doesn't carry that well. According to Rika-chan, she's been making her secret base in this area. She goes out there all alone and to expand it. What does she mean by expand it? It's a secret base, she must not want anyone to find it. I mean, she just has set up some traps? Considering that, I should have noticed the traps in the mountain before one got me. Whoa! Suddenly my foot sunk into the ground and snagged something like a jump rope tied beneath dried leaves. I heard some noise from up above, and then a big ball made of branches fell right next to me. Like one of those playful traps that Satoko loved. If I wasn't so lucky, I'm sure the ball would have hit my head.
Oh my! Who's here? You, Nini.
Satoko! No, this kind of horseplay is dangerous!
Did you not see the sign put up by the Forestry Service? It clearly states it's dangerous to come into these woods! My wonderful traps will welcome anyone who ignores that warning. You're welcome!
As her brother, I should stop her from doing things like this. When I see her brilliant smile, I can't say anything else. I haven't seen that smile in some time. By the way, Satoko, were you told to come here home by evening since we're going out for dinner tonight?
I don't want to go. Why don't our mother and father go by themselves? If you want to, you can go with them, Nini.
Are you still angry at father?
Threw an ashtray at me.
No. How about their previous father? Our current one hasn't done that.
He locked me out on the veranda. He didn't feed me lunch. Complained I got him the wrong brand of cigarettes, and then he slapped my face saying I shouldn't be a picky eater. And then...
We didn't talk about our current stepfather. Things about all of our different stepfathers have mixed themselves up in her head. Every time our mother remarried, we had to call a different man our father. The word father isn't a word that should be taken lightly. If you don't truly acknowledge a man as your father, how can you call him that? However, just to make things smooth and peaceful, I used the word father even if I didn't want to. It was too difficult for Satoko, young as she was, to do the same. Ever since Satoko was very little, she'd been having troubles with all of our stepfathers. She never opened up to our current one. For Satoko, a father figure is no longer someone she can trust. It's true that our current stepfather doesn't have any experience being a parent, so he sometimes get rather upset with her. Ever since the incident where Satoko called the child abuse hotline, stepfather regretted his mistakes and tried his best to communicate with her. Even my mother realized how much Satoko had suffered emotionally when it was pointed out by the social worker, doing her part to try to bring Satoko back into the family. Satoko completely refuses to even try. Understandable, though. Her child has been filled with misery. Satoko can only open up to me. I have to be the one and only family member she can trust. Otherwise, she'll be all alone in this world. But a brother and a sister alone can't be considered a family. Even if we don't get along now, if you communicate, even in a small way, maybe we'll become a real family again someday. Satoko, our current stepfather is getting nicer. He's gonna make up with you.
And that's news to me.
That's because every time he tries to say something, you run away. He wants to talk to you. Because he won't make you eat pumpkin anymore.
That's a lie. He said I couldn't leave until I ate my pumpkin, and he tied me to the chair.
Again, she's talking about our current stepfather. Satoko, just come home with me, okay? Mother got a free dinner coupon. We don't want to go to waste, do we? We have the reservations. We have to go today.
Why don't you go, Nini? I prefer staying home alone.
Satoko usually doesn't stay out playing this late. Because we're going out, and that's why she's here all alone. But I want to snap at Satoko. I controlled myself. Because she only has me. I can't scare her. Please. Let's go home, Satoko. You don't decide to go or now or not. You don't have to decide to go or not right now. You can think about it after we get there. Besides, without your help, I can't find my way down the mountain.
Nini. I've brought you here so many times already, and that you still haven't learned? What am I going to do with you, Nini?
Satoko holds out her hand. Someone says that she's embarrassed to hold my hand in front of people, but she's holding out her hand right now. I took that hand. Satoko's fragile hand. I have to protect her as her big brother. Let's go home, Satoko.
Sure.
We're gonna see a lot of abuse, aren't we?
That was nice and short. Holy shit.
Thank God.
I think this can also just confirm that Satoko does have a little problem remembering which father did what, and that could attribute to... that could be attributed to the prior brain damage that, yeah, she did receive before, or
Oh
just
my
a bunch of
God.
trauma.
We'll call it the
So,
Omnifather
not great.
syndrome. Satoko Hojo! Yeah, there's my boy. This is also this boy. Okay, let's do it.
Why does it say it's required first? Is it just literally a lie?
I think that's just what it means on that page.
Oh, for that page, okay.
My name is Satoko Hojo. Hojo is my current father's family name. It was also Satoko Hatake, Satoko Yoshizawa, and also Satoko Matsuura, because of my previous fathers. I'm still not used to being called Hojo-san. If someone calls me Satoko, then I know that person is talking to me. Because Satoko is the name I've been using since I was born. I don't understand why my mother keeps getting married and divorced. If she's going to get a divorce, why does she get married? She's married, why does she get a divorce? I've asked her before, but depending on the situation, her answers were different. When I asked her when she was married, she got angry. When I asked her after she got divorced, she cried. I don't understand the meaning of marriage. So I have no interest in drawing pictures of a bride in a wedding dress. I don't think I'll ever get married. I don't want to keep changing my child's last name. My teacher once asked if I liked my mother. I think it was when I was in kindergarten in Okinomiya. It was a very difficult question. Because sometimes I loved her very much and sometimes I hated her very much. I didn't decide. My mother was nice, she smiled all the time. She made us happy. She thanked me for being her daughter. When my mother wasn't nice, she frowned all the time. She treated my brother and me very poorly. She told me I should never have been born. My teacher asked me if I liked my father. It was a very easy question, because I always hated him very much, no matter who he was. My fathers always treated me nicely at first, as if I was their real daughter. They always told me I could think of them as my real father. But they couldn't be my real father. I don't even know my real father's face. How could I call him my father? I couldn't! That was disgusting. Right before divorce, my fathers always became very irritated with me. Treated me like a cockroach. Told me they didn't have money to feed me. They threw things at me. They locked me out on the veranda. I was told I could forget about them because that was all in the past. You'd think that was a different teacher from a different school. Maybe that's true. Because ever since Hojo became my father, my mother has been smiling. I haven't seen them get into a fight as I have seen happen just before a divorce. They have little arguments here and there, but those don't lead to a divorce and they always make up. But I'm sure they'll get a divorce sooner or later. Then it'll be the same old stuff with the family court, divorce settlements, and night flight and child support. So who knows how long this Hojo will be my father. That's why I don't even feel like calling him that. So he also treated me well at first. I didn't call him father even after he asked repeatedly. He became irritated. Get a divorce soon. My father gets into this mood. Divorce is on the way. After a divorce, it's my mother's turn to be irritated with me. And she'll tell me she shouldn't have had me or she can't be happy because of me. Why is my existence causing problems for my mother? I asked my brother and he told me. If you have children, it's not easy to find someone to get married with. My mother, remarriage is a very important job, so I can understand having children around will cause problems. I think I finally understand the reason why I'm a nuisance to her. I asked my brother something else. Why are children hated by new fathers? Well, that's simple. Because family members all have different roles. The mother's job is to love her children. The father's job is to love the mother. It means I'm a nuisance to both my mother and my father. My brother is more mature than me, so they don't look down on him as a nuisance. Maybe I am. No. I definitely am a nuisance.
Oh, the text.
So now I know. My mother and father want me dead. If they kill me, they'll be caught. That doesn't mean they won't kill me. If I were to look down the cliff, and if no one was around, my mother and father would push me off for sure. My father has become abnormally nice to me recently. He started to act that way ever since I made the fake call. I know for sure that it's just part of a plot to kill me. I won't let them trick me. Sorry. I'm sorry. Lately, when I listen very carefully, I can hear a voice apologizing. The voice sounds similar to mine. Her mother must be telling her that she shouldn't have been born. I'm sorry. I won't apologize like that. I'll live. I'm going to strike back. I'll kill before I get killed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well,
That seemed
yeah,
to be
that's-
separate from level 4 of the
You pushed your parents off the cliff.
It's
Because it was like the
Terminal
paranoia.
7, Luigi.
Yeah, the extreme,
She-
the general confusion, the extreme paranoia. That was like the Hinamizawa syndrome hitting hard, which leads me to my theory. Like, does being born in Hinamizawa at like an extremely young, does being born in
Yes,
Hinamizawa
that's-
fuck up your brain?
That's right, AC. Living in a certain country living in a certain place gives you brain damage.
What?
Also,
This was just literally
she's
being
a-
bounced between all of these awful circumstances. The abusive father, her mother may or may not have borderline personality disorder. All of this, combined with her nihilistic outlook on all of this, just really escalated it. Oh, she's actually, yeah. Even that, and the brain damage she has, no wonder she's constantly at a level 4 state. She's a ticking time bomb.
she's level 4 Hidamizawa and she won't eat anything that casts a shadow.
Ooh, the Hojo
I get it.
siblings.
Yeah.
The Hojo family is well known for going against the whole village during the dam conflict. Both the husband and the wife were rather aggressive, but a fierce battle, especially against the Sonozaki family. Blah, blah, blah. Although the whole village treated them coldly, the husband and wife didn't really care and kept on fighting. In a way, they were extremely strong-willed people. Sure, the children had to go through a lot because of them, though. Sadako-chan and Satoshi-kun were treated coldly by the villagers as well. In addition to that, Satoko-chan and her stepfather didn't get along. Stress levels must have reached their limits. So I'm the director of the local clinic. With a respected member of society, people usually tell me a lot of things. I was aware of the treatment they were receiving even before I met them. I met Satoshi-kun first. Satoshi-kun came to the clinic because he felt ill from too much stress. He must have thought he had a cold. I examined him, he even told me that. Hearing his repeated sighs by seeing an exhausted look in his eyes. I knew right away it wasn't just a simple cold. Medications would heal his symptoms. There'd only be a temporary measure. The only way to truly cure him would be to change his living environment. But that was easier said than done. He was surrounded by tangled and complicated relationships with the village and his family, so just resting for a few days and taking some medication wouldn't do. This is the only thing that could ease off the cold treatment from the villagers. We're taking a very, very long time. I felt I had to be their first ally in the village, so I could rescue them. I couldn't do anything about his stressful environment. I tried to diminish their anxiety. The best way was to teach them how to vent his stress. And playing sports is the best way to do that. I asked him to join the junior baseball team that I coach. As a researcher, I devote most of my time to Hinamizawa syndrome. I need something to do something else to relax. To play baseball, and to coach the local kids team. For a while, the children of Hinamizawa started their own baseball team, and somehow I became their coach. Doctors can provide health just by giving medication. He has a sound mind and a sound body. I believe health can be maintained through sports as well. But our team needed more people. I thought of asking Satoshi-kun to join. Being a bookworm, Satoshi-kun wasn't interested in playing sports. He wasn't sure joining the baseball team would help his situation. I didn't need to go on and on about athletic medicine to explain why sports help people become healthy. I wanted him to experience it himself, to realize how great it feels to play sports. I think he realized it gradually. He was locked until the very end, but he attended all the team activities and games. So Satoshi-kun slowly regained his liveliness. I realized my plan worked. However, Satoshi-kun wasn't under that much stress. And Satoko-chan, who lived in the same family climate, must have felt the same way. Unfortunately, I didn't think of her back then. Who does? So when Satoko-chan was carried into my clinic as a patient, I regretted doing nothing about her even when knowing the situation. As Satoshi-kun recovered under my guidance, Satoko-chan was left alone in her stressful environment. And around that time, there was an incident bad enough to make Satoko-chan collapse. That was, of course, her parents' deaths. The day of the Watanagashi Festival was a very uncomfortable time for the Hojo family, because although it was a village festival, it was a day to celebrate victory over the dam construction site. It was about whether they would plan a family trip around that time so they could leave the village. Satoko-chan's parents fell off that cliff at the park they were visiting. It happened on such an unlucky day. Because it happened on the day of the Watanagashi. Who said it was the curse of Oyashiro-sama. People labeled the Hojo family as the one that was cursed by Oyashiro-sama. Parents were given the cold shoulder by everyone in the village. So with their parents gone, Satoshi and Satoko should have been freed from that. Unfortunately, that accident happened on the day of the Watanagashi. The members of the Hojo family continued to be shunned. Satoko-chan was the only one who was at the site of the accident. Satoshi-kun didn't go to the trip because he had an event with the baseball team. Therefore, the police mainly interrogated her. The detective, Uishi, suspected an act of organized crime by the village. When Satoko-chan was the only witness on site, he drilled her with questions.
Motherfucking.
She was distressed as Satoshi-kun, perhaps even more, but of course she couldn't take it. During the interrogation, began to wheeze and grasp for air. The anguished look I saw on Satoko-chan's face when she was carried into the clinic was very, very tragic. It broke my heart just to imagine what she had gone through. Coach, is Satoko okay? Yes, don't worry. She's a bit confused, but only temporary. That's all. May I see her? She finally fell asleep. I'd rather not wake her up just yet. I'll just let her rest for a while. If it's a good idea to have her stay here for a few days, too. Don't worry. I'll take good care of her. Thank you. Satoshi-kun is a great big brother who cares about his sister. He empathizes deeply with her. In other words, Satoshi-kun's worries and stress were reflecting on Satoko-chan herself. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but while Satoshi-kun was, of course, sad about his parents' deaths, he may, at the same time, have been a little relieved that they were gone. His sister wouldn't have to be drilled into a corner anymore. Unlike Satoshi-kun, Satoko-chan didn't have the social skills to get along with her stepfather. But putting her mother aside, I was certain that losing her father, the greatest cause of stress in her life, bring great change to her home environment. But I couldn't believe what happened next. The two were sent to live in an even worse environment with their aunt and uncle. Although at that time, I was rather optimistic, thinking that this new environment would be better for the siblings. And then it got
quick.
fucked up.
Man.
So I gotta go ahead and agree with Canon or Joshi on this.
Yeah!
EDA being the word drilled coming from EDA now feels so fucking wrong.
Yep, it does.
I've become
Also,
canon
Han
now.
Molman getting his brain drilled.
It's like, you have to...
He's
No,
a
it's just
funny
that you're
little chair
saying,
boy.
now you have to drill it into your skull. I mean, don't forget what I just said here, Satoshi. Sorry.
I request $10 for a new push broom.
What?
I was quoting the Hans Moleman bit.
Strawberry milk candy is required.
For a moment.
Let's talk to Mion. What does she have to say about Satoshi?
I know.
He wants to be a random housekeeper.
It's sorry. A friend is here.
Orange.
Still you. This is Mion talking. Or
I heard
thinking.
the housekeeper's voice. Our house and the front yard are huge, so unlike normal houses, ringing a doorbell or yelling my name repeatedly, asking to play won't work. Okay, thank you. Who is it? Rika Furude-chama! Oh, finally. Can you tell Granny that Rika-chama is here? I think she's on the porch. I'll get the watermelon. Granny received many beautiful watermelons from somebody, so she wanted to share. I just called the Furude house a short time ago, and Rika-chan is here to pick one up. Did she come on her bicycle? I can't remember if she has a big enough basket. Pulled the watermelon from the well while thinking about that. Cold water in the well has refrigerated the watermelon, and the condensation makes it look delicious. Members of the Furude family will enjoy it for at least 2 nights.
Me? Am I supposed to take it home? I thought...
What? Didn't your dad tell you? Priest answered the phone, and I thought I told him to come pick it up. maybe I wasn't clear enough, or maybe he misunderstood me completely. But she's here to eat the watermelon, not to take it home. It's fucking precious. Besides, the small basket on Rika-chan's bicycle won't hold the watermelon. And it's too dangerous for her to ride while holding it in her hands. Yon, why don't you help Rika-chan take the watermelon? The way she can ride her bicycle while carrying it.
Me. I can hold the watermelon.
Oh no, that's too dangerous. If something happened to you, I wouldn't know what to say to Oyashiro-sama. Yon will help you. Okay, I will. I'll go say hello to the priest too. No matter whether she rides or pushes her bicycle, Rika-chan's hands will be occupied. So I'm going to carry the watermelon. Sky's turning auburn in the sunset. Cool breeze feels good on my sandaled feet. The plastic bag I'm carrying contains the watermelon. And also some small bags of rock candy. If her mother finds them, she'll take them away, so we decided to eat them before we got to her home. Opened the bags and enjoyed the rock candy. Rika-chan isn't an exception. Whenever kids from our neighborhood come to our house for errands, Granny gives them some treats. Actually, that's a pretty common rule here in Hinamizawa. Suck on Halloween. Funny, but sometimes when parents aren't watching, siblings will fight over who gets to take the circular notice to the next house over. So these bags of rock candy are like tips for them. Of course, she doesn't normally give out this much. Usually it's just a little piece of it. Maybe is being extra nice to Rika-chama.
I feel bad getting all this candy.
Don't worry. Granny loves you. You should just thank her and put a big smile on your face, that's all.
You get lots of treats?
I used to. But at this age, they don't give me any. If they did, though, I would probably feel like I was being treated like a little kid.
Me. I'm being treated like a child then.
That's okay. Enjoy it while you can. You become as old as me, you won't even get any. You won't get any, even if you wanted some. Not like you can perpetually live out your lifestyle 100 times or something. So we talked about ordinary things. I noticed Rika-chan seemed a little sad. What's wrong?
Whenever I run errands, I get candy as a treat. Satoko doesn't get any even if she comes with me.
I can think of so many reasons why. Not only Satoko, but everyone in the Hojo family is being treated poorly in Hinamizawa. And the Sonozaki family are the ones who instigated that. The two dam supporters have died in an accident already. The malice against the Hojo family is still going on. It's directed against Satoko and Satoshi, their children, and the aunt and uncle who are taking care of them. The big fight between the Hojo family and the Sonozaki family at the explanatory meeting started all this. But that was the Hojo couple, and it shouldn't have anything to do with the children and their aunt and uncle. But the idea that the Hojo family are traitors evolved on its own. Therefore, anyone bearing the Hojo name is to be treated poorly. aunt and uncle weren't dam supporters. Sure, they're shitty people, but they're not supporters. So over time, the attacks towards them should have stopped. They're rather odd, and they keep having trouble with their neighbors. Grant is a bitch. Their uncle's a dick. They don't follow the community rules, they don't do their community duties, and they spray pesticide while their neighbor's laundry is still hanging outside. What the hell does that? Often get into fights with other villagers. Be hated even without the dam. Therefore, the Hojo family continues to be treated poorly. None of that should have anything to do with Satoko and Satoshi. Satoko and Satoshi are often depressed at school. Try to leave the conflict between the two families aside, but I wonder how they really feel about that. From their point of view, I'm just another member of the family that keeps harassing them. And I don't want any of that at school. That's why I try to be their friend while they're there.
Can we get that to extend outside too instead of staying in the school?
That'd be pretty difficult. The Joe family made enemies of the three families. We're branded as traitors, and that's still considered the truth. I wouldn't mean anything if one person suggested an end to the hostilities just because the events around the dam are history now. Contrary, that would just put them in the same position. Unfortunately for Satoko and Satoshi, the only thing they can do is to wait patiently until the issue withers away. All I can do for them is provide an oasis until that day comes.
Oh, how long do they have to wait?
I don't know. Dam conflict lasted for several years. Were branded back then, so it might take years to clear up too.
You mean they won't be forgiven until they become adults? Will Satoko have to live out her childhood going through that?
That's pretty miserable, isn't it?
Me? We're their friends, aren't we?
Sure. They're my friends. We're all buddies.
And isn't there something we can do to help our friends?
What exactly can we do? Even if the Sonozaki family declares that the dam conflict is over so the Hojo family are no longer outcasts, that won't solve the problem. It's not that simple. Nothing ever is. First place, Granny hates the Hojo family and won't suffer their name to be mentioned in her presence. It's not a matter of someone forgiving another. A matter of very complicated ties between the people in this village. It's absolutely terrifying to have them as your enemies. Everyone knows that very well, and that's why they maintain good relationships with their neighbors. However, if you make enemies out of them, you'll have to face the consequences. That's the unwritten law of the Japanese community. And the Sonozaki family is a part of this unwritten law. But the Hojo family are outcasts. Not even the Sonozaki family can overturn the situation.
Even if it's an issue of Hinamizawa, can't do anything about this Hinamizawa residence?
Unfortunately, probably so, yeah. There's someone who can help Satoko. That person must be someone who has nothing to do with the village. Someone who's probably a total simp. There's no one like that here.
Are you saying someone from the outside has to come help her?
Rika-chan said, the knight in shining armor from the outside world ever come here? A person bring in a new wind in this village that has been filled with stale air for hundreds of years? And possibly be a pervert? No way. That's just wishful thinking. Time will solve the problem someday. Until then, I have to be their ally. Can't think of anything else I can do for them. As Rika-chan and I crunched on our rock candy, we can only pray that people will forgive Satoko and her family sooner rather than later. Rika-chan gently broke the heavy silence.
You know, someone with absolutely nothing to do with the village will come here from the outside.
That's right. The damn conflict is over, so it'd be great if more people moved into those lots that are for sale. Wouldn't it be fun if a family with a kid our age moved in?
Will come. No. We will break this evil practice alongside him. It will be his first key to one of the 3 locks that have us trapped in the past.
What's this? Are you talking about a novel or something? John says some odd things sometimes. She talks that way, she seems so mature. I even start to doubt she's really younger than I am. And reasonable antagonism towards the Hojo family. Will there really be someone from the outside who will shatter our traditions?
Bruh.
Bruh.
Are
you talking about famous?
Foreshadowing!
Are you talking about famous book Higurashi When They Cry, written by Akasaka?
It's just like Mion. It's like, stop saying stupid things, Rika. You're not even making sense.
Stop saying dumbass things.
What if she's talking
You're
about
making up
Akasaka?
words, aren't you?
Wouldn't the plot twist be like, oh, I mean Akasaka, not KHK, she's just a bumbling fuckwit?
And then Akasaka shows up and does a flip. It's awesome. Alright, we're on to 19!
Heck
Akasaka
yeah!
shows up and he does a 360 no
This is becoming exasperating. Anyways, the second sacrifice.
Womp womp.
Hey, why did Satoko... Oh yeah, Satoko got hospitalized, that's right.
Oh yeah, and King's and Crimson over here. Meanwhile, Keiichi is shooting kids in the alleyway with a BB gun.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Huh.
Satoshi-kun is a good brother who takes great care of his sister. He went to visit Satoko-chan straight after school and kept encouraging her to get better every day. Without even hearing Satoshi-kun's stories, it's obvious to me that Satoko-chan never had a good relationship with her step-parents. She especially didn't get along with her stepfather. Satoko-chan even called the child abuse hotline once. Not only that, her parents ended up dying in an accident, so she just wasn't able to withstand all that damage. Satoko-chan is still very young. Everything must have been horrible for her to go through. Fortunately, she's a wonderful brother. Emotional wounds are hard to heal. Nothing heals those wounds better than the love from a family member. So that one day Satoko-chan, will be able to smile again. Still in shock, but when she talks to Satoshi-kun, she smiles a little bit. Oishi in the police department keeps requesting to see her. I think I need to protect her for just a little longer. While he's passionate about his job, I wish he'd be a touch more sensitive. It reminds her of her parents' accident, her emotional wounds will start to open again. That's the one part I worry about with Satoko-chan. Heard some knocking on the door. It's Takano-san. Doesn't look right. Wearing a nurse's uniform like that. Licensed doctor should be wearing a white coat and act like one. This is fun for her, but I think she might be insulting the other nurses. I didn't say anything, though.
Dr. Irie, may I talk with you?
Oh, yes. Well, Satoshi-kun, if you'll excuse me. Ah, sure.
Hello, Satoshi-kun. Please keep Satoko-chan company. She's always alone, so I bet she's lonely. Okay?
Oh no, that's not true.
Okay, Satoshi-kun, you're in charge. I gotta let Satoshi-kun take over. Something happened.
You were saying about my outfit, you little boy slut.
What? Gonna follow that up?
Yeah, sorry. I had a bit there, and I guess I kind of lost it in my head.
Look, they literally handed you a free horny line right here.
Not right here. Let's go to your office.
Ow, wow, wow.
Why did a bass line start just now? Takano-san smiled meaningfully. Usually, smiles bring happy feelings. When it comes to Takano-san, that's rarely the case. Are you sure?
Yes. Initial test results show there's a possibility she's at level 3 or above. Need to keep her here and run some more tests. Results aren't in yet, but from what I can see, it's very possible that she's at level 4.
Takano-san's eyes sparkled in a weird way. Like she knew that Satoko had red text right now. There's a reason for that. For us, finding patients in the terminal stage is a valuable boon to our research. In fact, as a result of dissecting the murder suspect from last year, we made great progress in our research. In other words, we finally managed to isolate the pathogen. We'll discover that when the host dies, the pathogen melts away within a few hours. Once that happens, it's undetectable. But we never found the pathogen when we performed autopsies. Our research made a lot of progress after that. We found in the past year, he has easily surpassed what the late Dr. Takano found in decades. We're now studying the nature, the effect, and symptoms of the pathogen, as well as the treatment and vaccines. In other words, a living specimens at the terminal stages is necessary for our research. However, we rarely find a patient who's gone that far, who has reached L5. Higurashi syndrome once created huge numbers of L5 patients, but today it doesn't have such potency. Because of that, we have to secure L5 patients, or patients who are close to reaching L5 as quickly as possible. Satoko-chan probably qualifies to be the next sacrifice. Keep this strange disease a secret. We can't let patients who may be L5 let go. We have to run more tests first. I'll figure out what to do next. In any case, Satoko-chan seems to be calm. Her behavior is nothing like the man from last year. Those tests are in error sometimes. We'll have to wait for the results of a more detailed test to determine how serious her condition is. Regular nurse.
Sorry, men can be nurses too.
Men can be nurses too.
Okay.
Oh, I thought Denton was taking it.
I said okay. That's to say, I said okay.
Yeah.
Let's submit it for observation. Let the staff know to get things ready. It's like a formal answer, but if the results come back positive, then there'll be the green light for a dissection. I don't know Satoko-chan that well. But I've known her brother, Satoshi-kun, for the baseball team for a long time. How could I dissect the apple of Satoshi-kun's eye? I can feel scary images flashing in my head for the first time.
Don't worry. Everything is already taken care of.
She smiled as if telling me that the dissection is already being prepared for. Is it just her who's smiling? Am I smiling like her, too? When I dissected that man last year, I did feel guilt beforehand. Once I started, it was like I was in paradise. All the pieces of the puzzle that were left by the late Dr. Takano fell into place. At the same time, they didn't. How exciting it was. Knowing that we are the first ones to take the first steps to solve a mystery, that is. I don't know how to explain this feeling to those who have never experienced it. There's no way to describe the words. The thing I can say is that even a year later, so remember it vividly. Vividly. The results show that Satoshi-kun's beloved sister is to be dissected. Can I control myself? Can I stay calm? It is a failure of a human being. I know very well that the Hojo family was treated poorly by the villagers, though what Satoko-chan had to go through. Also, I know that Satoshi-kun loves her sister, which is one and only blood relative. How can I dissect Satoko-chan using my research as an excuse? I didn't feel much guilt for the man from last year. I felt unbearable guilt towards Satoko-chan. Things what I did last year was very sinful. I don't care if a stranger dies. But I don't want Satoko-chan to die. That's not right. All lives are equally precious unless they don't have a name, and then in which case they're free for dissection. But I convinced myself that he was a violent murderer. Maybe he only became that way because he was at the terminal stage. I don't know anything about him before he became deranged. Maybe he was a model citizen who was worthy of respect. Unfortunately, he became ill and ended up doing what he did. Maybe he was a victim himself. Just like my father. I know more about Hinamizawa syndrome than anybody, except maybe Takano. She probably knows more than me. These many people act in bizarre ways. But those people realizing it. The people at the terminal stage do such strange and violent things. One should be sympathetic. I already knew back then, when I decided to go down this path. I remembered it sooner, but I only did just now. I finally realized what sinful research I'm working on. Satoko Hojo's detailed test results came back. The results say L5. At the terminal stage of the terminal stage. Extra surprising result. In last year's case, the patient was extremely deranged. In Takano-san's records, he complained about itching coming from the lymph nodes all of his body. I want to call it his throat, just the late Dr. Takano mentioned. But Satoko-chan isn't displaying such symptoms. Given the late Takano's data, Dr. Kalong said to be a characteristic symptom of terminal stage patients. However, not all patients experience that symptom. Besides, emotional expression is very different from each person. Even if it's the same emotion, one patient may express it rather violently, and another may express it calmly. There's no way of knowing just by looking at the person. But Satoko-chan's detailed test results say that she is at the terminal stage of the terminal stage. L5. Another that she may be feeling what the man from last year was feeling. But that she isn't expressing that feeling in the same way the man was. Hinamizawa syndrome affects the frontal lobes of the brain. Simulates the most primitive emotions. Doubt. Very strongly. As a result, terminal patients are trapped in delusions and paranoia, and are committing horrible crimes. Satoko-chan seems to show improvements when she's exchanging friendly words with Satoshi-kun. There's a paranoia stirring inside her that may put her in a deranged state at any moment. I can't let her leave the clinic like this. However, things go according to the manual. I'll make a decision on her dissection. A decision will only be a formality. I can't actually refuse. Takano-san appears to already be working on the dissection schedule. That plan will then come to me. But I feel the same way. While dissecting Satoko-chan. You'll experience that trance once again. No, the question is, can I fight the temptation? To pretend to question myself. Satoko-chan letting Takano-san prepare things on her own. By doing so, I am passively agreeing to Satoko-chan's dissection.
Mhm.
If possible, I want to save Satoko-chan. I don't want to be a sacrifice for this research. I don't want to dissect her. What about the man from last year? Do I only care about the lives of people I know? If I don't dissect her, do I let her live and leave the clinic? It's the only way for her to become deranged to commit a horrible crime. Then she'll appear just like the man from last year. I'll end up dissecting her anyway. The man from last year was dissected alive. Got away for several months. Skull
Bruh.
left open. He doesn't have to die for several months. Like the largest of her cruel experiments. I didn't want to do that to her. Don't know what to do. Even debating and agonizing over it is leading to its consent to our dissection by elimination.
Fuck, are you Mengele already?
Man, we call it there.
That
I
is
am
literally
tired as hell.
Warcry.
No, we have to get to 20. We have to finish 20. We have to get at least 10 done.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh
Out of what?
I know this is boring as fuck, but still.
Oh, it's not
This
boring.
isn't
I'm
really
just tired.
boring
That
as
was
much as it
Not
Right.
boring.
Can I
That
just
was
ask?
the opposite of boring.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
In the unlikely situation that, let's say, we did a session and we finished in 15 minutes, what would we do then?
We would
Oh,
Like,
keep
we
going.
didn't No, we didn't know we were like 15 minutes from the end. I know you probably have that set up, but hypothetically.
I don't know, man.
I just do a different thing then.
Cry.
read
You
the
cry.
CBT thing.
I just start playing Dead by DaBaby.
Suffering of a big brother.
Oh my
Also,
god!
we're talking about red
That's hilarious.
So much of this is just useless information. Oh my god!
I almost wanted to throw it. Maybe you skip this part, but nah, people want it. So.
Come on,
We
guys.
get it. We get it. He was abused with his sister.
you know what?
We
I get it. I get it. Irie had a troubled life, and he likes to do lobotomies and dissect people's brains. But honest
he
to
felt
God,
euphoric when he was
honest to
dissecting the dude
fucking
and kept
God,
him alive
it's
for
completely
months.
irrelevant.
His
I
skull
don't
open.
care about
Just
Irie's
hit the fast
backstory.
forward, dude.
Because I don't know what's in the chapters.
Man, this really was Ryukishi's first story.
It really
I
All
don't
was.
think
right,
it is
returning to the
first
child
story.
abuse
This is
made it
first-
worse.
First, like, visual novel.
Oh my god.
Like with the child abuse on like episode 3,
Like,
but
you
I was like, oh
could
man, that's
cut
fucked
out
up, and now I'm
everything
like,
with
we
Irie.
get it.
It would have been a much more concise story. Tell it from Satoshi's perspective or something. Oh my god.
Does Umineko have
Or the
plot?
very-
Umineko
No.
does not have this. The tips
It
are
does
gone in
not.
Umineko. There are no tips.
Wow, you're just like
That
fucking.
is
You're just laying
actually
that
a
out,
pretty
aren't you?
genius idea.
Straight up, no. In fact, it's a revised tip system. It literally
pretty
just,
sure we don't
it's
have to
literally
do
just.
these.
Here's the character. Here's their current status in the story at the moment. That's all it is. There's no
But
like.
I
Come on, guys. One more for the night. We can persevere.
All right. One more.
I just like completely zoned out for that
And
last
then
one. I have
debate-
no idea
yeah,
what
like,
happened,
why do
and
you
I
think-
don't care.
Why do you think I'm slurring my
Let's
speech so much?
go.
I'm like, my brain is trying to check out for me.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
care. I stopped
fucking
playing
Orange,
Call of
Orange,
Duty
if I may,
Zombies because
if I
I was just
He's
having
literally
a brain
falling
with me.
asleep
I
listening
kind
to
of register everything.
Orange, if I may, we may have like a moment on the stream because I do think this would be a fun thing. I think all the people who read Umineko should probably have like a little section to themselves where we discuss how we feel about this point in Higurashi.
Also, Orange, I'm pretty sure you're having a stroke, not falling asleep.
I hate it. I just want to get to the point where somebody has a gun.
Yeah, dude, this is
I am actually struggling not to fall asleep.
this is one thing that I feel like the anime did better. It cut out like all of the Irie shit.
It
Yeah,
fucks me
it's
up
almost
so
like the
much.
writers of
actually
the
enjoyed this
anime
part.
that wasn't their first rodeo, and they were actually experienced and were competent writers.
It's like Ryukishi,
Yeah,
like,
but it
man,
was
I fucked up
Studio
there. Let me fix
Ghibli!
that.
Yeah,
Like-
the people who made the anime
Sorry, I'm
only
not letting
ending
it
of
go.
fucking Hellsing.
It's fucking me up super hard because it's like, oh my god, how is it that the adaptations are better than the original's material?
Because people learned from their mistakes.
Because this is
Also,
Ryukishi's
a lot
first
more
work.
than
Well, published work.
published.
Quality over quantity.
And we please
That's basically
continue
what
on
you're
to
saying.
What they're all saying.
Alright, everybody, hey, let's talk about baseball!
Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub, let's get the show on the fucking
A
road.
group of boys are playing baseball under the powerful sun. The sound of cicadas make the heat stand out even more, but to those boys, it's just another kind of cheering from the crowds. Of course, they go through training exercises to build stamina.
I'm sorry, why are you reading like this?
I don't. I'm trying to mix things up a little bit, Con. But the boys actually like the routine activities, and they look forward to the most in the free time after practice. The school in Hinamizawa is actually borrowed from the forestry service. The school is made of gravel, so it's not very appropriate for playing sports on. Compared to that, the grounds of the school in Okinawa are properly maintained for athletic activities. Kids are even more energetic when they come here. Kids from Hinamizawa really don't care if the ground is made of gravel or not. The other instructor is watching the game, so I decided to get to go some drinks for the team. Coach, where are you going? I'm doing this voice now. No, I'm not gonna do that. I thought we'd get some drinks for everyone. You mind helping me, Satoshi-kun? Can you say something interesting, please? Oh no, oh no! Not at all! I'm not gonna do anything for you! Satoshi-kun decided to come along with me. Sometimes kids don't like what grown-ups choose, so I'm glad he agreed to help. Satoshi-kun and I got in a car and headed to the grocery store nearby. I got a maid costume for him. Manager, how is Satoko doing? Oh, fuck. Manager, how is Satoko doing? Well, she's doing fine. It was an extremely slow process, her emotional wounds are healing. I think we should let her rest for a little longer. Not for Satoshi-kun to be worried. Satoko-chan's been in the hospital for over 2 weeks. Of course, he didn't know his sister had Hinamizawa syndrome. Not only is she almost at L5, she'd become deranged any moment. I think she's depressed because of her shock of the parents' accident. He came to the clinic every day to cheer her sister up. Satoko-chan has become emotionally unstable and is showing some dangerous symptoms, so we called off the visits. In fact, Satoko-chan's not doing so well. L5, the stage Satoko-chan is at, is a very abnormal one. And from last year was the same. Oh my god, we're repeating the information we just heard!
You know what? I'm sure the anime's alright, but I'm a
feel like I'm tolerating
this.
It's bad.
Press the skip button.
Okay, last year, no guarantee she wouldn't fall. From an autopsy in the man, yes. And discover some important facts that may be yes.
Thank you.
However, we have the method for actually, yes. So, we haven't found a cure yet. It's gotta becomes unrecoverable images after dissect. Like, yes. How can I tell Satoshi-kun about his sister's condition? You were deliberating over this. We become much worse. We'd be an unforgivable liar. The tiny bit of conscience that remains in me hurts. I'm doing this voice now, Satoshi-kun. If it's okay with
Con, you have to do it fast.
It's your clinic. Could you stay here a little longer? Why are you saying that? I want to come home as soon as possible, so I'm a little surprised. Well, actually, Satoko doesn't get along with our aunt. She doesn't get along with her parents. She can't get along with you, with your aunt and uncle either. Satoko doesn't open up to grown-ups. Satoshi-kun is something, yes. The mother can yes. Satoko was able to overcome it, yes. They'll be traumatized and she has a tendency to distrust her like the yes. But no one like a guardian who isn't related to them, yes. It's not just Satoko-chan. Usually people try to deal with that even if they don't like it. I guess Satoko-chan is not capable of that. Our uncle isn't home much. Besides, even when he is, he's either sleeping or watching TV, so that's not the problem. It really goes after Satoko. Why doesn't she like her? I can guess why Satoko's friends with Dan proponents because yes. Moreover, that they passed away suddenly in an accident, yes. She came up with you like Satoshi and everything be fine, yes. Satoko-chan can't change by she's expression to lead to her on having a big fight, yes. It told me all about Satoko's situation. She just can't understand. I think you're a great big brother, Satoshi-kun. You're the only relative Satoko-chan has right now. And you just love repeating information we've already heard before. Right! I feel that way too. Satoshi-kun said with a slight hint of a sigh. He doesn't say it, but he seems Satoshi-kun has grown tired of having to cover for Satoko-chan every time. Yes, he's a good person as well as a good big brother. He'll do anything to cover for his sister. It's a very exhausting thing to keep doing forever. Satoshi-kun was already doing that when their parents were alive. Eventually his mental equilibrium couldn't handle the strain and grew sick and visited my clinic. The circumstance might have... Yes, the initial cause his parents were gone, yes. Seems like it might have gotten even worse than before, yes. I understand. Can't release Satoko-chan if things are like that, as soon as I return again. Don't worry about the hospital fees. Make sure Satoko-chan truly recovers. Trying to pretend I'm listening to his request, I feel disgusted at myself for things making such a selfish excuse. I'll make sure. Talking sounds working. Yes. If that's possible, that'll help me too. What? I mean, Satoko stays in the clinic a little while longer, then I can relax as well. That's all. What do you mean? I fucking hate my sister. As soon as Satoko comes back, she'll know she'll get in fights with my aunt again. That's back to those days of constant fighting and screaming again. I'll probably get dragged into it too. Satoko were hospitalized for a very long time. That would be the easiest on me.
What the fuck?
When I think like that, I hate myself.
What is you should hate yourself.
Satoshi-kun. There's a great big brother always sees for yes. That doesn't mean he doesn't feel burdened. Think like that, what a terrible big brother I am. Or I think that way, the more I hate myself. Satoshi-kun said, sniffling once. Expression one of anguish, as if truly feeling his own sin. Was he being paid by the fucking word?
Yes! Just like...
Actually, yes.
True.
Like...
Truly the Charles Dickens of our time.
It boils the fucking piss out of me, because Umineko is one of the longest things ever written, and it feels better paced than this. Because as we modeled...
like, to be fair, like, Umineko does have it, like, sometimes repeats itself, but, like, fucking Christ, Higurashi.
There was a part where I thought it was repeating itself, but it was never fucking this shit.
Okay, Orange, agree. New rule, anytime it's repeating itself, we speed read it, because Jesus!
Okay, you know, yeah, we're implementing this, because, like, this is everything...
It's not even like, oh, they mentioned it in this episode, it's been the antithesis of a fucking episode.
So is this
literally
just a recap of the first, like,
This is recapping. This is a good chunk of this was recapping a fragment we just read.
Like,
yeah, but Joshua, one time we're gonna speed read it, and that's gonna be when it's gonna have Jimmy Hoffa's body coordinates in it.
But I also want to specify, I don't think the story of Higurashi is intentionally bad. It may seem like we're kind of harping on it a bit, but
loaded.
Like this is like ruining the pace of the entire fucking episode.
This feels
like
like
more like I just want to see the cool shit, and I'm tired of this angsty bullshit.
This is a video game. This is a visual novel perspective of nails on a chalkboard.
People rated this low for a fucking reason.
They do this shit.
His desire to be a model big brother is putting himself under greater pressure. I feel bad for Satoko-chan, but I also feel bad for Satoshi-kun in a different way. Someone knows both of them very well. I feel like it must be their allies since an event. Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh my God.
That is what you call irony.
Okay,
also, I don't know why you guys are getting that worked up over this. This is probably not
because
because
like for me, it's because I want to get to the point where we see what happens, and like some of this shit has been interesting. I particularly, even though I feel like Urie's backstory kind of bloats up the entirety length of this fucking thing, I found it like entertaining. However, that episode, that fragment felt fucking useless because we learned nothing.
Like, so many of these, we are learning literally nothing about the story.
Like the juiciest bits we're learning Urie's backstory, even Oishi's, because that's new. This is like the Satoshi and Satsuko bit is like we kind of understand. Like, granted, we did get a little bit more information that like, hey, Satsuko might be like maybe her mother's bipolar and shit like that. Like, that's interesting. But like, fuck. Please! I want to see where these characters go.
The worst part is that, like, all the interesting ones are here in 6 and 7, and we aren't gonna get there for a while.
It's like
look at this! June 1980's An Invitation to an End. This one literally says the game board has to be set up. What does that mean?
What is the game board?
Did you have to play with Dr.
Reading episode 8 makes me feel like the best writer ever, even though I've never released anything.
Going ahead and finding out all of the spells that are on the moon of Alternia. Shut the fuck up! I don't fucking know anymore. It's not the most important thing I've ever read in my life.
Let me.
I also want to know,
I
like,
have to update the ticker, so we're doing Fragment 21 next. We're not doing it tonight, but we're doing Fragment 21 next.
I do like
also,
the
double timing book club and watching a VTuber stream is hard.
Well, then why are you watching
Why are you
YouTubers?
doing that again?
You know what? I don't blame you. You know what? I don't fucking blame you
fuck
right
it.
now. This is torture. This is actual, genuine torture.
If I may cut in here real quick, personally, it's like I think I am enjoying the story, but this is like, fuck, please, Ryukishi, I'm enjoying what you're throwing out. I know this shit. Please,
Can I be
we
real?
move on?
I'm good.
I enjoyed the phone call I got from my grandmother about my mom forgetting her phone at her place due to her birthday over this arc.
We're
I'm
done
gonna be
with
honest.
the reading tonight, by the way. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So anyone that like Higurashi, like, we're not saying like the inherently like the story is bad, but this is like, fuck, come on.
It's weird. I've
Cap,
always.
are you trying to say something? Because your light keeps going on, but I can't hear anything.
There's.
Like,
I was, but it's probably just random noises too.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright,
Yeah.
here, I'm going to. We're gonna talk about this for a little while. I think. Bone, you can go to bed now if you want to.
Sleep.
I kept
I'm
really
sticking around for this
considering.
one, boys.
I kept really considering if I should just go play Warzone. I hate Warzone, and I was considering playing it instead.
Alright, so
Play COD Zombies instead. Play some
do
Time
we
Machine
want to
with
go
a
like from top
shotgun
to
or whatever.
bottom? 'Cause,
No,
like,
like,
know,
no,
but
we're just
I-
like this is the discussion. We're just having it right now. This is horrible.
I kind of want to play
Like-
Warzone for some reason.
Go ahead, man. It's just like fuck. Oh my god.
I was explaining to Shelly why I'm playing it.
It's weird because like I've always wondered why people hate this episode when I see reviews of it. Because like in the anime, I loved this like part because it just like it explained
Yeah,
the
the anime made it
backstory,
good.
like concisely. It made it like it just concise. That's the thing. It made it like told you everything that you needed to know about like the history behind it without like going on and on about it.
Oh, I think I just actually figured out just remembered the literary term for this. For experiencing is an overlapping case of telling and not showing. Would have been better.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
That's a very valid point, even believe it or not. So like, even though this is a fucking visual novel, it's visual. Like there are visuals to go along with this game. He can show us things happening. Technically,
I was going to say, you also have to explain things in a visual novel because there are limitations to it. The problem is he's overtelling a lot of things that have already been told to the audience. It is clear that this part can get messed up by a lot of people, so if you're not using a guide, of course you're gonna fuck up.
So I think the idea is that this is supposed to be a LARP by Hanyu, that he like is learning how to do it or something. I don't know.
So to answer your question, it's not like a, you know, Ryukishi's trying to, I don't think it's Ryukishi trying to like, oh, this is how Hanyu feels. Orange has said multiple times that I believe that Ryukishi, I don't know if he self-admitted this or not, but he clearly is very afraid of people forgetting a detail in a story.
Didn't he say like 3 times in his like author's note, like, what Hanyu was doing? It was hard for her. She took 100 years to do it. Might not be able to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Also, like, I also feel pain for Orange because he has to read.
Oh, fuck, I just got that. Wasn't just talking about one time that Hanyu had to do it. Think of how many times you'd have to go through a time loop and hear the same thing over and over again.
Well, I mean, like,
be exasperated and lose your fucking mind.
Time loop story.
Well, I don't think you should be fucking necessarily recreating that for the reader as well.
So I guess
He was intending on doing that, then make a thumbs up and kudos on him for doing that. If it wasn't his intention, then this was sorely looked over.
I get so my take on this a little bit is that it definitely feels to me like this is very much okay. So I'm writing these like once, maybe like every couple of months. The very good chance the person reading this isn't gonna remember what happened in the previous arc. So I have to at least include some extra shit for him. But at the same fucking time, he's repeating things that we've already talked about in this arc.
Yeah, so
the whole time loop thing feeling is kind of genius, but I kind of hate it.
Like, I mean, like, here's the thing. Constantly talking about what the fuck Oyashiro-sama is and Onagafuchi Swamp and all that fucking shit, that's one thing, because again, that only happens like maybe once every episode. Maybe.
We were talking about the dam conflict?
Arm is itchy.
We've been talking about the damn conflict this entire video game series.
Yeah.
It was actually
sort of one of
important
the
once.
triggers of this.
So this is a problem because to give it, I guess, an example, Higurashi, something you were told something, and then it's reiterated almost word for word to you, and it's like, I would give an example in a Mineko, but it might give away some stuff.
Yeah, okay,
but it's
so
like,
we aren't gonna...
fucking.
No Umineko spoilers, please.
It's not even. Yeah, I guess not.
I'm
I was
probably
just
one of the
thinking-
few people left.
I guess I could
I'm probably one of the few people left in the server who has not seen or done anything Higurashi involved. Umineko
There's a good
involved.
chunk of people in here who
I'm one of them, so I don't know if that's 3 or.
Hey, I'm not alone anymore.
You weren't.
Oh my god.
We're trying to go into this as fucking as empty as possible, thank god.
So I've been a little bit spoiled here
I mean,
and there,
yeah,
just
but it's like...
because I just looked up Umineko shit posts.
Anyway,
And like,
like here's the thing.
And there's that one dude who keeps bringing up those giant threads on 4chan. If you have not clicked them, all they say is, "Do you know about Beatrice-sama?" with an image of her sprite with the dress.
I think that's Maria's sprite. I'm like, don't look at that. Don't look at that. There's a spoiler in that. Don't look at that.
I didn't look at it. I was only asking if one of you guys started that, because I can't think of anybody else on the
Generally a
internet.
good idea because 4chan
I don't go
absolutely
4chan
does
either.
not give a shit about spoilers. We'll just do it.
So,
I have an entire thread on 4chan for anime wallpapers now, and they're all pretty tight.
like, so
No, I'm not saying 4chan's bad. I'm just saying they don't care about spoilers.
what fucking
yeah,
boils my...
4chan is bad.
What fucking boils
I mean,
my biscuits
stay out of polling, you'll be
is that
fine.
it's like...
Really?
There was an entire section about, like, a very touching backstory about Oishi's, like, how they related to the fucking damn guy, Foreman. And it's... I like Oishi. That entire thing is completely irrelevant to the overarching point of the story. Like, we already knew that he knew that guy. Like, that's as much as we had to know about him.
But was Oishi's rice story necessary either?
No! Like, that entire thing we could have skipped and would have lost nothing of interest.
yeah, that's kind of the unfortunate part. Is that like, hey, we probably it sucks because it's like, I think it was fun. It was the most, like, those parts were really good, but it's like, fuck. Can we like?
Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad thing to get to know stuff about your character, about the characters. But in the 11th hour, when you're already endeared to all of these characters, more auxiliary information is not going to make them like them anymore. I already like them a lot. I don't need to know about the fucking rice.
I'm pretty sure that the anime just completely ignored Oishi's rice story. So this is literally the first time I've heard about it.
Also, when you have the cool little stare down between literally the villain and what I'll assume Hanyu, who might be the main protagonist of this episode, and then followed by this is such a fucking mood killer.
I feel like the episode hasn't even started yet. we got a prologue, and now we're getting the double secret prologue.
It's infuriating.
I'm gonna go look up the anime episodes for a second to give context.
It's infuriating because I like the story. I think it's a fun story, and I think it's interesting, and I want to see how everyone prevails in the end, or like whatever, right? Like who wins, what happens in the end, if it's like anything. But like, fuck! Can we please get to the fireworks factory? Please.
Like, it's just, fuck me, man. And it doesn't really, like...
I feel like all of these tips probably could have just been skipped.
Yeah!
So, like, I think...
Like, I want the authentic visual novel experience that I paid for, but now I don't.
Well, like, yeah, and I think, like, maybe we should be like, hey, if we know what's happening, we're gonna skip it. We're gonna
There is
speed
a
read
line
it.
of text that already has information that is relevant to what's going on. I am going to skip it. I mean, like, if we know what the fuck is happening, I'm skipping it. I don't care anymore.
So, by the way, to give context, so episode 2 of the arc of the anime that handles, this game, that's when Takuto goes to the shrine and meets, like, Hanyu's, like, that. So then 4 episodes go by for, like, this entire backstory. The anime did it in, like, hours. Not even that. Then you have the good shit that I'm not going to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because Human Echo doesn't do any of this shit. Like it's just straight to the like. Yeah, there's no like filler or, like retreading like super hard.
So like I figured a way how to explain it without even telling any spoilers, but it's like it will describe something that you have witnessed, but there will be something new in it. There will be something interesting that it poses to it. There is a inherent like. There is something to be gained from revisiting.
There is very rarely a situation where there is a line of dialogue wasted in Human Echo.
I feel like maybe there's maybe one or two examples where it maybe kind of treads that line, but at least there's like maybe a nugget of like new information. Or something that advances the plot.
Oh, the rest
If
of the
anything-
will be told in this clip show, or is there stuff after the fragments?
If anything, like reading Human Echo a second time even gives you more information than this. Because like on a second reading, you can gain so much more from it.
But the Human Echo's fucking longer!
Yeah.
Can I say something? Do what I feel like they should have done? Like, well, obviously skip the segment, but for Irie, there could have been like, so why are you doing all this, Irie? He's like, I lost my father to a mental illness. I'm not gonna lose anyone else, and that's literally all he had to say. That's one dialogue of text, and that tells you everything.
I felt like maybe literally Oishi's and Irie's backstory, and maybe like because like there's also like Irie knew Takano was just fucking not to be trusted from the get-go. He was like, this bitch is fucking crazy. And like
this entire bit with Irie got us the thrilling meme. I felt like it was worth it.
But like fucking, I felt like those could have been put in tips and made so much shorter. The inherent in between Satoshi and Irie.
I mean, it was digital. It totally was in the tips.
This is not a tip when it's fucking mandatory. Fuck.
I'm dreading the possibility that I'm going to have to speed read through all of these again just to get the fucking bonus one.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can just hold down the button a second time.
Forward, actually, right?
Like,
so that means like unfortunately.
Like, honest, I mean, I want to fucking get all the achievements, though. I want to get all the achievements.
Fucking, Orange out here being, in, you know, no shame for you, an achievement whore, as we used to call it back in 360
Look,
days.
it's a visual novel. It shouldn't be this hard to get an achievement.
Well, I mean, like, I appreciate it for doing something, like, interesting. Like, the fragment idea is really cool and really nice. However, cut down the number a little bit, please. And also, like, fucking don't have so much, like, repeat all over again. Because it's like, it's probably good for someone who maybe reads, like, an hour of this shit. But, like, we're going through it. We're, like, fucking essentially marathoning it at this point. Right? And it's like, fuck, no.
Play Outbreak after we're done talking about this?
I think some of us are gonna play Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Sakonia do this shit?
No!
Sakonia is weird because it's not finished.
Even then, like, there's no tip stuff. No.
Fingers crossed, Sakonia Phase 2 comes out.
Yeah.
I'm interested because Orange did tell me a few slight spoilers for Sakonia, and I went, that sounds fucking rad.
What's Sakonia even about?
It's about peace.
It's about the walls of peace.
About the walls of peace.
And I won't lie, I have seen a few Flow Perfecto memes that did kind of drop some stuff, but I'm like, fuck it, it's funny.
Apocalypse of Sakonia is a banger, don't look it up.
I was gonna say, I looked up the video, like, 34 that he made, but don't look that up.
Wow, we finally lived up to the name. We are literally crying and screaming over Higurashi episode 8.
We should have the title, like, Higurashi the Suffering, or whatever, or like play the Omnicron.
The Binding of Keiichi Maibara.
Play the Omnicron training music over the exposition.
No. In the end, we were all the Matsuri Bayashi.
I didn't cry or scream, I just forgot I was human.
Alright, it's time for Dead by Debbie.
So, yeah, I'm gonna add this into fucking the post thing. Definitely it'll be fun. That being said, I might join for like a game of Dead by the Baby, but I kind of got other stuff to do, so I'll just do one game.
I just feel like playing Warzone, so I'm not gonna join. I don't know why I want to play Warzone. I just like, even though I don't like the game, sometimes I'll just feel like I really want to play Warzone.
That's some really nice things, Con.
But yeah,
I think I just like doing that. I think I just
we're
like
going
the
to video games now.
Video
games.
Orange.
By the way, you're on stream, so don't say anything racist.
I'm just here, bro.
I can't get Reboot. We're playing Dead by the Baby.
Yeah, we're playing Dead by the Baby.
Am I okay to just be here?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. You can just chill out if you want to just play Warzone. I don't know why we fucking sacrificed Roboot, but whatever.
It's because it's because you like me more.
Well, no, fucking. Obviously, that's a joke, but like, fucking, what is it? Mr. Roboot kind of. He usually kind of like he zones out usually and leaves during this, so we just kind of gave him the heads up.
But yeah, Josh, are you happy about the fact there's more anime coming?
Is it for the PPSH?
No, I pinged you with it in the Dark Ether channel.
Oh, it's the AUG.
Yeah, there's an anime skin for the AUG. I hope you're happy.
Let me see how the anime
So how's
goes.
your guys' day going?
Oh, that's not bad anime. Oh, it's for the AK-74 U2 or 74.
Theoretically, it could be better.
It's for the 47. Yeah, that. So no, I was just gonna.
I feel like we all took a lot of psychic damage today.
Yeah.
I need to make myself do reflect on psychic damage.
No one. Do we want to make? I don't think everyone here has read Umineko or / does not give a fuck about spoilers.
Oh yeah,
do we want to
I'm considering reading it.
Oh,
well,
okay.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll ping you whenever we start doing Umineko stuff, and you can just watch the stream.
Because it's like I wanted to throw a specific comparison, but it wasn't a massive spoiler, but it would lead into some figuring out shit. But I can hold off on it.
I'm fucking hoping that because I uncapped my frame rate. I hope to God that doesn't fucking screw with the stream at all.
But like,
we're doing custom games, right?
No, we're doing searching. Cap's playing Warzone at the moment.
Cap just wants to play.
Also,
Warzone.
I'm probably only gonna really stay for like maybe 1 or 2 games.
I don't even like this game. Oh wait, I think I know why. Actually, it's because I think I just prefer the new map, quote unquote, aesthetically. So I just want to play it. Because I'm sorry, but like 80s Soviet architecture looks way cooler than modern day Russian Federation. I mean, it does. You get all those cool statues and stuff in Cyrillic.
Wait, this is actually causing problems.
Oh wow, they've really changed the prison. They've added ladders.
It's just a little. We just kind of had a little bit of a freak out because we were like, "Damn, this story like I look at Higurashi's story and go, "Damn, that story can clap," but I'm too busy. But the fucking clap cheeks are too busy fucking putting on those pants of repeating the same shit for me to really slap those cheeks.
Yeah,
I didn't know what the fuck I was trying to make a comparison with, but it's like fuck.
Yeah, but my day's been going well.
Nice.
I've just been stuck doing homework, but it's been going fine.
I should probably finish my project.
I'm on the finishing touches of a paper.
I feel like Orange will get a kick out of what I'm about to tell him.
Okay.
Because the new map's set in the 80s, they had to change some things aesthetically, but they need to keep the mechanics the same. So the drones are now made out of cardboard.
That's good.
So who here's a Yakuza fan?
I am.
I like Yakuza, but
I played a lot of Zero, but I never finished it.
I need to get the 3.
Orange.
I need to buy 3 as well.
I think I posted a video
What
of
did you mean
it.
by you lost movement?
What?
AC, what did you mean by you lost movement?
I lost. I was just typed in the chat that I lost movement because of this arc.
Oh,
I lost movement. That's all.
Like you mean you lost momentum? Like
I lost movement because of this arc of Higurashi. I just lose movement.
Froze up?
I lose movement. It hit different.
Also, hey, you have to accept my fucking request, Mr. Mad, so I can actually invite you for real.
I didn't get sent one. Okay, yeah. Anyways, I was gonna ask, did you see the Judgment comparison on that I posted in the
Oh
channel?
god, the Swisses.
No, I don't think.
Oh, you mean the PS4 and the What the fuck?
It looks bad.
You know, I'm not
What is-
surprised.
It looks really bad.
How do they fuck it up?
The answer is
The same way
The answer is they picked
Return to
graphical
Arkham.
fidelity over like the actual style of the series.
Yeah, and it looks bad.
Yeah, I played Batman Return to Arkham too.
It
Discord.
legit looks like some of the textures are unfinished.
Sweet, thanks Discord. It didn't let me fucking
that
hear
makes
anything because
sense.
it decided to restart it. So what were you gonna say is because of it? Again, Orange.
What?
He said
Huh?
lighting.
What did you say before I fucking?
The answer is essentially they picked improved lighting over keep maintaining stylistic choices.
I don't understand. Just
Like
keep
you can see
They
more,
made it-
so it's obviously better, right?
It's so weird
Yeah.
since the Nier remake looks really good.
Well, I think that's
I
made
think-
with a whole new. I think that's made
Yeah.
from like the ground up.
To use a very similar example,
Josh, you
Batman
ready up?
Return to Arkham.
Yeah.
Sorry.
'Cause as a huge Arkham fan, boy, those remasters. I'd still
Yeah, this is
recommend
why-
playing them, but
Yeah, this is why we should support good remakes like Destroy All Humans.
Or like the
Oh,
Silent
yeah.
Hill HD collection.
I know, right?
it's especially right. The Arkham example is especially painful because it looks worse in a lot of ways, but it adds rain effects to Arkham Asylum, so it's like everything's worse except for that one thing that looks way better.
Mm.
So it's irritating. So I'm like, I want the rain effects, but I want the rest of the game to look as good as it used to.
It's like remakes are like the Halo can be an example. The remakes are like Halo Anniversary 1, where it's like,
Halo's
damn
a
son,
cheat.
these graphics look like Reach. Even though I like Reach, it doesn't. I don't think it fits Halo
See,
1.
the thing is, Halo 1 Anniversary looks bad, but Halo 2 Anniversary
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
fine.
Halo
And then
1,
like you have the other side of the coin, which is Halo 2 Anniversary, which it slaps fucking at. It slaps.
What's another good
So
one?
good.
the one that always, the thing that always bothers me about Halo 1 Anniversary is it's really petty, but the Marines use the army models from Reach. It's the wrong branch.
Yeah, the Halo
Shut
1
up, it's
Anniversary
important.
just looks like a very bad
Yeah.
just version.
Well, like, straight up, I think it's been actually discovered. They just reused a bunch of Reach models.
Yeah, no,
Like,
you can...
you
My
don't
my
really need to
favorite
discover-
pre-release image of
Josh,
Halo and
you don't really need to. You don't need to figure that out. It's kind of obvious.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Well,
like,
my
you didn't really
favorite
need
one,
to
'cause
tell me. I kind of knew.
My favorite Halo, the obvious one, was that pre-release. They just used the Halo. They used Noble 6 as a fucking Master Chief, and they just put on the Mark V helmet and the Mark V shoulder pieces.
Actually, that pre-release model for Chief was not Noble 6. It was actually made specifically for the game, and it looked like ass.
I mean, like,
if they just made it Noble 6, it probably would have looked better.
it's just like it's so funny because I shared a comparison image and people went like, "Yeah, that's just like a fucking that's Halo." Reach
Hey,
Spartan
Orange,
designs."
since you've been playing it, how is the Nier remake?
It's sex. It's amazing. I love it.
Man, I wish I would play it, but I'm like too busy being like, yo, but my challenge is in Halo MCC though.
And you got the console version, so
I
that's
got the
nice.
console version and I got the big fuck you cash money version.
See, I
how's the
actually have
PC version faring?
I've seen two friends that play it, and it almost crashed on one of them, and it definitely crashed on the other.
From what I understand, there's also problems if your game runs above 60 FPS.
Yeah, guess what? Guess what else? VSync. There's no VSync. So yeah.
Also,
Like-
apparently, what else? There was an issue specifically where it was like, if you fucking try to mod any of the game files, it fucks up. Like, it'll just straight up crash the game.
Well, I mean, like,
There's also not
That's
that this
kinda
applies to any of us, but have you seen the like absurd requirements if you're going to do a sponsored stream for it?
Oh, really? Wait,
It's
what
like-
are they like?
It was like you have to one, say the stream is sponsored every 30 minutes.
Oh my god.
And two, you have to mention the sponsorship in every Square Enix stream you do for the next year. So if you're playing like FF14, you'd still have to mention the fucking near replicant like sponsored stream from a year ago.
That sounds awful.
Why is Square Enix
Yeah.
like this?
Because they're
the
Square
baby,
Enix
I
and
don't know.
supporting them is pretty cringe.
Bruh.
But
But I want to support. I want
Why
to
are
support Yoko
Japanese
Taro.
JRPG companies
Look,
so
okay,
fucked?
okay. Yoko Taro is kind of the exception, I have to admit.
Yoko Taro is based in Gamerpilled.
I
He
don't
and
like the
any
term
other
gamer
Square
player.
He and Yosuke Sato are gonna go in the back of a van and sell copies of the game. It's gonna be great.
I want the Yoko Taro to sign my foot.
Why your foot specifically, Joshy?
I was
wonder
gonna
why.
say thigh, like that one cosplayer.
I consent, I don't.
I was like, oh yeah, people got upset with that 2B cosplayer.
It was one
that,
guy.
One guy be like, no, that's my queen, you can't do that. And I'd be like, bro.
I consent,
Dude,
I don't. Is there someone
I
you
know
forgot
one
to
guy
ask?
who's legit mad at the Nier remake for just the weirdest reasons.
I mean, that achievement's pretty weird.
Yeah, my only complaint is the way they phrase that fucking achievement. If it was just like how they did it with the fucking original game, where it's like, haha, you tried looking at her butt and she kicked you 10 times. Like, that would be a lot less weird than, oh, you discovered her, ooh, her secret, ooh,
No,
it's
no,
so secret.
That's so awful.
They're criticizing it for some, like the animations, I guess.
What?
Yeah, I don't understand. They said it's like flashy bullshit.
Oh, because it looks a little bit like Automata? Oh, fucking cry me a river, it looks good.
It looks good.
And they're also mad that it's being called the prequel to Automata.
Like, I mean,
No.
what are you gonna do? Like,
I do feel like maybe Automata, prequel to Automata, is a bit of a fucking overstatement, because I feel like they're a little bit more disconnected.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, well,
I always love it when like a series catches on, and then like the fans of like the old games that weren't as popular start throwing a shit fit because it got popular.
look, don't worry, guys. The prequel to Nier Replicant's gonna get remade.
Yeah, Drakengard!
I hope it
Like,
does.
guys,
Fucking
I kind of hope so too. I want to play the Drakengard games, or at least like a
Certified
Look,
fucked my wife.
It's simple. They make Drakengard 0 and then Drakengard 1. 0 being just 3, but better and actually functioning.
It's simple. We killed the Drakengard.
Yeah, they said it's because of brand
actually
recognition, pretty
I've
much.
seen shit from
But no,
Drakengard 3, and I think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, you don't understand it. By being more popular than the ones I like, Persona 5 and Cold War Zombies both fuck my wife. How dare people get into the franchise?
I will say, if you want a really good example
Ozzy,
for why
Pit Ready.
Drakengard 3 comes, listen to 2's theme, Leap Wishes and Blissade. That shit goes so hard.
It's so a shame. It's a shame because Drakengard seems like a great game, but it's fucked by its performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being on the PS3 didn't really help.
Like,
Man.
I love the fucking the DLC stories so much, where it's like Five's realizing that she just wants to be a generous person, but she's running out of money because she keeps giving everything away. Fours is literally just about like how she's telling everybody that she knows that she hates them, as the sword is getting closer and closer to her brain as Zero is stabbing her in the head.
Like, fuck.
Michaelis is about how he's going through the end of the world.
Fucking, I will be honest though, Drakengard 1 seems very, like, I don't want to say tonally different, it just seems way more...
Like, see, here's the thing, I love Drakengard 1, because it's number 1, it's Yoko Taro's first rodeo, and number 2, it's the edgiest, funniest bullshit ever. It's like, hey, everybody in the party is just a horrible person.
Oh, it isn't legit pedophile.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's always sunny, but it's an RPG team, and no matter what, the world is always doomed.
Oh man, you're making me interested in that.
Is that the one with the pedophile, like, party member?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's his name, Reynard? Oh!
Yeah, we escaped!
We did it!
We won the Dead by the Baby!
Also,
Let's go.
So they go out of their way to like reskin the drones to be made out of cardboard and stuff, but they also forgot to change some really obvious things, like the trucks at the docks are still like mid-2010s trucks.
They should have just had you go through a time portal.
The Gulag cutscene is exactly the same, so the guys dragging you out of the truck are wearing modern military gear in 1984.
What game you talking about?
And Warzone. But basically, for those not in the know, they recently reskinned Warzone's map, so it's maybe the map but in the 1980s instead. They remembered to change some things, but not other things. So, like I said, it's modern soldiers pulling you out of the truck. I think the worst one is I noticed in the Gulag they still have General Barkov posters up. As in the villain from the campaign. He's not around yet.
But yeah, I love Drakengard's cast because it's like there's only two like actually like nice / normal people, and it's just the old man who gave up his hair so he could have powers, and the prototype Emil, who's just like, man, I'm just a funny little kid who lives forever because he gave up his time.
Oh yeah, that little shit.
Yeah.
I know people hate him, but fucking, it was like, eh. He's just there.
No, Sarai. His name's Sarai.
Sarai.
But then yeah, you have Kayam, who gives up his ability to talk and becomes a parody of like most silent protagonists, because he's like, man, and everyone's like, man, Kayam, you sure love killing all these child soldiers, huh?
Kayam be like, I got the murder for the.
What's it? His sister is like really into him, but they didn't get that in the English version.
Cause in English she's all like, she wants a hug,
yeah.
And like Kaim's like, you fucking slut, and it's like, what? And then in Japanese it's like, no, she wants a kiss from Kaim, and it's like, Kaim's like, what?
But then yeah, you get like what else? There's the girl
gave up we do a little trolling.
She gave up her womb, so obviously she has to eat babies.
Oh.
And then Reinhard is like, yeah, my entire house and family got burnt down because I went to the woods to go jack off.
To
kitties.
Yep.
Which is why he always he feels some kind of way when Sarai walks up to him and is like, oh, thank you, Reinhard, for saving me. It was like, oh.
It's called we do a little trolling.
Am I missing anyone?
I read it up.
Yeah, I'm good. It's just
I enjoy that.
No. Like I'm trying to remember if there's any like other horrible people in that game I'm missing.
Kaim's friend.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's like he's actually fairly normal. He's literally just like, I want to protect Furiai no matter what.
He's all like, I wanna pregnate hers, but I can't.
So you know what? I give the guy who did 2 a lot of credit, because he called those fucking weird little egg things that spawned out of nowhere because he wanted to put Furiai in one of them. He named them a bone casket. Like, that's a raw ass name. I like it.
Do you think if they ever did remake Drakengard 1, they would just put the ending E at the fucking just the default ending? Because it's like I know it's like that would be betraying the spirit, but it's like, yeah, for you to get like the one that's related to the near one, you have to literally play the game every single fucking time. Because that's like the last fucking ending, I believe.
I would say how they're gonna do it is they just streamline the process a lot more. You don't have to get all the weapons, basically.
Considering it's Yoko Taro, here's what I think they'd do. They'd remove that ending.
Why?
Because it'd be funny. Yoko Taro would keep every ending in except the canon one.
He would do
and everyone would be like, so
well,
bold.
I mean, like, there is no specific canon, because there is a fucking Drakengard 2.
The only, like, well, actually, so Drakengard 2 is hardly fucking canon, because, like, even the endings that it steals from, they aren't, like, they aren't, like, one-to-one.
Eh.
Yeah, isn't
Drakengard 2 is weird, because they were, like...
Isn't Drakengard 2's canon ending, like the first one that they take?
There's no canonical ending to Drakengard 2 because there's no follow-up story to any of it.
Yeah.
I meant Drakengard.
Drakengard 1's 1 to 2. I think it's a little bit of A and a little bit of like. No, it can't be any of the other ones. I think it's just ending A. It's a modified version of ending A.
Why don't have one?
Basically, it's the one that they assumed that everybody would get to and just kind of stop playing.
I mean, like, yeah. Most people don't think didn't really play past Nier Automata's ending A because they thought it was the end of the game.
Matt's
like, I only played ending 1. I'm not going for the other ending bullshit. And I go, you didn't even reach the end of the story.
I always remember.
Yeah, play through the first 50-hour prologue. You scrub.
The prologue is not that long.
I remember
Yeah, it's 30
Matt saying, "Oh, it takes 50 hours to get to Mexico in Red Dead." I'm like, "You are an actual idiot. It does not take that long."
Takes like
How
what?
slow?
Takes like 15.
Right. On my first ever playthrough of Red Dead, I think it took me about 7, maybe 10 at most hours to get to Mexico. Then on my replay, it took me like 4 hours to get to Mexico.
But like, yeah, it's like fucking that's infuriating because it's like you know I'm not gonna lie that the second half where you play does anyone even care about Automata spoilers?
I hate 9S.
Oh, that was
a 9S section is like I
genuinely hate 9S.
Don't hate it, but it's like it's a bit of like we get some new shit, but it's like for the most part it's the same. And then you hit the actual game.
I just hate 9S
right, as soon as I said that.
It's not just because I think its gameplay doesn't really offer much change.
Oh, fuck off.
But I hate how his entire gameplay until the beginning and end are just the first route.
Take snipers out the gulag. Okay, how did I win that? I got flashbanged and I still won the sniper fight. How?
I am ready for the baby.
I just realized I've been on push to talk this entire time.
Oh, it's okay.
Because there's gonna be a little sin chamber.
We typically just enable that because we've had problems in the past with people just hot miking.
There's gonna be a second disconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we get a second disconnect, I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah, I'll be real. If it disconnects, I'll probably call it there.
I'll just play killer. I don't fucking care.
At least I don't have to buy my teammate back now.
Probably just gonna play some Cold War and think more about which one of the two.
If Warzone really starts annoying me, I'll probably just go finish the Adler challenge in Cold War.
I'll probably. What's the Adler challenge?
Play 7 games on Yamato, which is easy because Yamato's got its own playlist right now.
Ooh.
And then it's kill 25 enemies who've been revealed by your spy plane. And then the third challenge is kill 25 enemies who are on a kill streak while using the perk Assassin.
I thought the Adler challenge would be land a friendly fire headshot with your pistol.
But no, Josh, since I'm the multiplayer person, Assassin's a perk that tells you on your minimap if someone's on a streak.
Oh.
So it's basically just look for the guy with this symbol, kill him, do that 25 times, and then you'll have the Adler skin.
There we go.
Oh my god, we got in the game, wow.
We're playing a video game, everybody.
I'm Bill.
Can you
Bill
believe
Nye,
it?
the science guy.
Hey, Jen.
Can you believe it?
There's a lot of borrows on the floor. I didn't think they'd make this the most common Cold War AR. Oh yeah, not that anyone really cares, but they changed all the guns in Warzone to just be Cold War guns.
Nice.
What if Cold War's campaign did the Nair thing where you have to beat it multiple times to get the true ending?
Oh, there's someone
clown.
Someone's
It's a clown.
Yep, okay.
No, on my 5th playthrough I got the true ending, which is I leave both Park and Lazar to die.
Who was the killer?
It's a clown.
Hi,
Clowny.
Frodo's pen too. That's funny. Josh, I'm gonna leave you, but thank you.
What is this
I'm almost done.
PPSH?
Alright,
God,
guys,
it's
you left me alone.
Does it look like a baby clown or
Fuck, I'm getting frame rate drops. Holy shit.
in Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, it just shit the bed for a moment.
Let me
I
know
was
you.
like, damn.
Yeah,
This
sure.
ass can't shit this damn.
Let's see what the song.
Of all the characters that get a fucking a custom chase theme, I wouldn't think it's the fucking clown.
A few characters have them.
Hillbilly.
Orange.
They're
Yeah,
trying to add them to
Orange,
all of them.
Yeah, killers
Orange.
typically get.
I mean,
Yeah,
Clown
kills are
got
typically
it,
getting.
Hillbilly got it. Doctor got it.
Yeah, they get they get their own chase themes with their reworks typically. It's because
Oh,
Clown
I
got a rework like a month ago. Not a good rework. In
I don't
fact, it
think
might have made.
Nurse has one yet.
In fact, Clown's rework might have made him worse.
Oh my god.
No, it didn't make him worse, but it wasn't enough.
What if it just started playing Crazy
Like,
Bus
Legion
whenever
is-
Clown was in?
Legion is still a worse killer.
Oh yeah. Actually, no. I genuinely think Legion's better than Clown, but only slightly. At least I've gone up against Legions that fucking beat my ass. Clowns? I don't think I've ever died to a clown.
Run, Joshy. I'll take a hit for you.
Oh,
Hey guys, I'm headed to the salt mine.
Run.
are you heading down southbound?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
My friend did get downed, but he just quit, so I'm on my own in trio. It's a trios lobby, and I'm on my own because both my teammates quit. So I'm basically just looking for a fight so I can go die. I'll die.
Oh, I
in
fucked
combat.
up super bad right there.
God, I wish you guys could see this PPSH I found. It's so fucked up looking, the attachments they put on it. It looks like
You want me to
looks
say
like a
more
Mosin
or-
Nagant. Like, I legit thought I was holding a rifle until I saw it was a PPSH.
There's not much we can do about Josh. We'll just have to pick him up later.
I can get
Damn
it.
it! I almost wiggled out.
I see the salt part, not so much the mine.
Hey, spacebar. Or whatever your key is.
I will take a hit.
This clown seems like he does want a tunnel though.
What?
Oh my god, he's just going after me!
Yeah, he's just
He's
tunneling.
trying to kill you.
Yeah, because you're playing as Bill, Joshua, and Bill players are usually new.
No.
I'm trying to body block. And Dead Hard did not activate. Thank you, game. Body block, please. Oh. No.
I'm sorry, Joshy.
Damn, I am now dead by the baby. Let's go.
I don't care what I don't care what you say. That Captain Price Photoshop I made like 30 minutes ago instead of paying attention to Higurashi. Hilarious, peak of comedy.
Probably better than actually watching Higurashi.
Higurashi was not great.
Even if I had to explain the joke because no one watched that Warzone trailer.
They should just say time travel is canon in Call of Duty and just say fucking instead of being pussy.
Also, the Cold War version of Price is a really dumb line, but I love it. Like one of his quotes.
Wait, why is he buffing it with the... Is this clown okay?
Like, I don't know if he says it in multiplayer or in... I don't know if he says it in multiplayer or Warzone, but the Cold War Price has a line where he says, "This Cold War's about to get hot."
Orange, you don't gotta heal me, by the way, because I have adrenaline.
That's rad.
Oh wait,
Well,
as soon as this
more
clown
likely
gets away.
because it's Price, he screams it.
Also, there's a generator halfway across the map, I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah, PBSH is shit. What were people talking about?
It's bad?
You take that bat cap.
No, it didn't even break his armor. I just watched the kill cam. It didn't even break his armor.
How dare you?
Yeah, that's why I kind of dropped Warzone. I did not like the plan to kill.
Yeah, here's the thing. I play it because I was like, I liked Blackout and I miss it. This is what replaced it.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I blocked it.
That's why I'm eagerly anticipating Player Team Elimination in Cold War, because it sounds like it's just gonna be Blackout 2.
Man.
Okay, yeah. Oh, he has them. Oh, did you,
I'm
silence
down.
that?
Yeah, I put it on break for a little bit, sorry.
Okay. I like the way you use it, honestly. You just, like, the ballsiest fucking move with it.
Cold War's about to get hot.
Reloading his drink. He's coming back towards you.
Yeah, it's going to me. It's going to me.
Honestly, the only battle royale I put a lot of time into is Apex.
Yeah,
You wanna go? He's
really
right here right now.
I like
Yeah, he's on me.
Warzone. I like Warzone. I
Matt,
just
come back
wish it
over
was-
here.
I'm almost done.
He's on me.
I liked Blackout and Apex, everything else I hate.
I tried a bit of PUBG on PlayStation, and apparently it is in 60 frames on PS5.
I actually forgot PUBG existed.
And I kind of like PUBG's systems, but... See,
Honestly,
coming after
same,
me?
and that's a game I spent like 60 hours in.
Bruh.
I remember I wanted to try PUBG, but I didn't like the way the graphics looked on it.
I'll be real, I
They
just really
I
don't
prefer
like Battle
Fortnite
fucking hell.
graphics over.
Yeah, I prefer things that have a Jensen, I prefer things that have an art style too.
Okay, I got a flashlight, so
He's holding on me. He picked
no.
me up.
Okay, are you at a exit?
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I can I might balls the wall here. Is he putting
I'm
on the
opening
hill
one.
again?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so close.
Okay, it's almost open.
Okay, you want me to try to make a hit for you?
Yeah, if you can take a hit for me, that'd be great. Okay.
It's open.
Okay, gotta make my way over now.
Oh, you guys did it! Holy shit!
Fuck.
Oh no! Oh, he's going after
God
you.
damn it!
I can't save you. I'm sorry. Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, we just gotta leave. We can't do
Just
anything.
go, Ozzy. Just go. I'm gonna die.
I feel bad pointing this out.
You
but
Yeah, we just gotta leave.
I've just noticed in Warzone.
I just
specifically,
noticed
this map-
he Alright, never mind. He didn't exhaust. I forget adrenaline puts you in exhaustion.
Clown
Yeah,
is so boring to play against.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Yep.
And I pipped again. Okay.
But yeah, I just noticed in Warzone specifically, Samantha's a fat ass for some reason.
Ah, that's pretty vague.
Oh damn, the other fucking half of the guys just dissipated pretty quickly.
Woods Ghost and Samantha.
Reboot Ghost, right? Because he looks the coolest.
Oh, that fucking that
it
sucked
is-
ass.
It
God
is
damn it.
Reboot. Okay, Joshua. If Reboot Ghost is the coolest, why did the Verdansk 84 trailer have Modern Warfare 2 Ghost?
Because they're stupid.
No, you
No,
were
like
stupid.
you don't. In that trailer, Joshua, they show the Cold War operators killing all the Modern Warfare operators, except for Modern Warfare 2 Ghost, who kills all of them.
Speaking
Do you want to hear my hot take? I
Speaking
think
of
that
s-
reboot would be better if they had like metal sunglasses on. Like if they had the sunglasses built into the helmet.
It would be better if you didn't have a helmet and you just had a skull ball over.
You know, speaking of
it's cooler
stupid,
as a
anybody
helmet.
here watch Mortal Kombat yet?
No.
I
I would do a couple. I'll do one more.
I am a Mortal
Oh, wait.
Kombat lore expert, so I'm interested to see.
Sorry.
I was planning on watching it, but I was about to watch it, and the only time I could watch it was like around like 8:30, and then I went, "Oh fuck, book club."
I might watch it tomorrow since my parents are going to be out, and that's really where the HBO Max is on the main TV.
Yeah.
Nice.
Josh is like, that's a devil movie, I'm not allowed to watch.
It's like me being like, oh, I can't have my game called SMT Devil Summoner. Because my parents are like, that's the devil, Joshy. And I'm like, bruh, I don't even
What's
believe in
God ever
God.
done for me?
Play a real SMT game. Play Shin Megami Tensei Persona.
No,
Megami
play.
Tensei Pee-pee Poo-poo.
What's the PS1 version called? I forget.
It is
Revelations Persona.
Revelations Persona.
Yeah, play that version on the best
Well-
PS1 machine.
Where
That's crazy.
they may have done a little bit of racy things with
Yeah, a
certain
little bit of
characters.
racism.
And
We do a
may
little
have
racism, we do a
kept
little
the
racism.
translation of calling them a monkey. Boy, they were not thinking when they decided to make that character.
We do a little racism. We do a little racism.
I just got I fucking love this. I just got my wisdom teeth removed when I woke up. I was all loopy, and the nurse was like, "Who's Incineroar? You keep talking about him. Help! I'm about to die of embarrassment. It's his icon's Incineroar."
That reminds me of like when Zaz and me did the ultimate late night, and like we were talking about Umineko, and for some reason I just start transitioning to talking about Halo, and I went like, why am I talking about Halo now? Like I would close my eyes and I'd be like, yeah, and then I'd forget everything, and I open my eyes and I remember I was talking about Cortana, and like Zaz was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Zaz and I keep spamming the same two things to each other. Like, I send him a Dachi holding a wad of cash saying just an imposter in a world of crewmates, and he keeps sending me Fuka saying lemons.
Oh fuck my ass.
What if somebody made that their desktop? Like the imposter image?
I will do that. I will do that, Denson. I will change my wallpaper to just an imposter in a world of crewmates.
Or like better yet, lower the resolution on the image so the desktop
Oh,
looks shittier.
Yeah. I just realized I kneecapped Woods in that gulag fight. I didn't know Menendez was in Warzone already.
Damn.
Yeah, Josh is about to cry. He's remembering that scene.
Woods. True hero.
Yeah, I'm starting to slowly remember why I don't like Warzone.
Honestly, mine is the time to kill, and I'm just not a fan of Warzone's mechanics.
I'm
Like, the
Wait,
thing is, I
wait.
played it, and it actually convinced me to pick up Modern Warfare 2019, which
I
was
like
fun.
I actually
Well-
like this game's gunplay. I just wish I didn't have to play it in a battle royale. Like,
The world, we get dirty so the world stays clean.
yeah, like I actually own Modern Warfare on PS4, but I don't have PS Plus anymore, so it's like,
Near Replicant being the prequel to Nier Automata has the same energy as Boruto's dad.
It kind
Or
of
that one Oblivion box art that Ozymandias posted where it was like the prequel to the hit game Skyrim.
Fuck!
Or the,
Oh!
Oh,
Or
no,
that-
it said for the creators of Skyrim on the Oblivion box.
I mean,
that
it's
one where
wait,
it
it's,
was,
it's true though. What's the problem?
It's
The-
where's the lie though?
there was that one where it was it was the
Oblivion,
book battle royale.
hot take. For me, Oblivion's better than Skyrim.
I mean,
See, the thing is,
There was that one.
the thing
There
is,
was that one.
I absolutely agree. Except fuck the leveling system. I hate it.
Yeah, leveling up
That
via
was-
sleeping is a little bit annoying.
There was that one where it was the book battle royale, and it said based off the hit game Fortnite. I'm not making this up.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Okay, that one
Okay.
actually is like, that one makes sense as
Yeah,
much
that
a
makes
meme as it is.
See,
much
my
as
biggest
fun as it
problem
is.
is Oblivion's leveling system. It's kind of fine since Hot Take Skyrim uses the exact same system, but Oblivion's just like in Skyrim, it's at least designed way better because you have a lot more systems to counteract the bullshit the game gives to you. While in Oblivion, you really don't have much.
I mean,
I
like,
can't find.
I just appreciate Oblivion because it does dumb stuff, and I'm like, yeah, dumb stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
if there's actually if people are telling you to not level up in an RPG, you've done something wrong.
Yeah. Also, I feel like that one thing, and I noticed this with like Skyrim or like even Oblivion, was like there's like if you just ignore the main quest, there's like no consequence. Which you know, that's fine. But I was just talking about
Dragons
there's
are
like
destroying the world, but have you done the Thieves Guild quest yet?
You know what my problem with that is? I hate that both for Dragons and Oblivion Gates, the only way to get them into open world is if you progress in the main quest.
I can't find.
Oblivion did that, and Skyrim did that, and it's annoying.
Random.
I can't
Someone
find-
made us smash Ultimate Mother Rooms everything Fire Emblem related.
Fuck you, you piece of shit.
That's the same energy as can I mod the gay relationships out of Stardew Valley?
I mean, here's my Smash take. Violet is still probably the worst DLC character.
Banjo and Kazooie is the worst DLC character.
Well,
You
not
know,
even that, but it's
Joker
like
At least
from
they're
Persona
hype.
5.
At least they're hype.
they're
Cap saying
like,
Joker from Persona 5 is the worst DLC. It has the
See, the
same energy as him saying he hates Call of Duty.
I do hate Call of Duty.
The problem
though.
with Joker is the only problem I have with Joker is his game is not on the Switch.
But he does have a game on Switch though.
Strikers
here's the
doesn't
thing.
count.
I wasn't
Here's
talking
the
about
thing.
Q2.
Q2.
That is on 3DS. It's not on Switch.
You do have
It's on
just
Nintendo
Nintendo
console.
platforms. Because guess
Yeah.
what? Banjo's never been on the fucking Switch either.
See, that's just Microsoft being dumb.
We
It
suggest that
doesn't
you
need
get
to
an
be the Switch.
We suggest that you get an Xbox One so you can play Banjo for yourself.
That's fucking wild. That fucking I was about to call him Ryukishi. Fuck. Sakurai said that.
I love it.
I was meant to bring pain to this world.
Sakurai.
Also, I just realized
You know what?
I didn't do any fucking attachments. God damn it.
You know what I love is that one meme image of Sakurai with the big old grin looking back at everyone, and they edited the photo to where he's pinning up a Femlet's fucking body pillow shit.
Yeah, but no, I can. Honestly, it is kind of dumb that it's only available on Xbox One. Also, it's a Huntress, so that's fun.
I don't care what any of y'all say. That video of Dr. Straub I just said was Ryukishi.
I think honestly, out of all of them, my favorite of the DLC characters, probably Terry.
There isn't one on the shack.
Mine's
There's one right
controversial.
here.
Joker.
Persona 5
Joker
is the
is
best
a
one.
lot of. Joker is probably the most fun character in Smash I've played.
Exactly.
I've played Smash for almost since
I don't like
64.
it.
Oh, fuck.
The only other character I enjoy playing is Snake.
Yeah, it's either Smash, it's either
I like playing everyone, but it's like Joker's just a lot of fun to
it's
play.
either Terry or Sephiroth.
Smash simply isn't
I need-
a fighting game.
That reminds me, I need to buy Steve.
You're
Yes,
not gonna-
actually yes, I forgot.
You're not
Steve
gonna buy
is
anyone
my
else, Kat?
favorite. I love the Steve reveal.
The only DLCs I bought were Joker and Banjo.
Bruh.
People that don't like Steve are weak and won't survive till later.
Exactly. Steve's been on my list since Ultimate got announced.
Steve
So
was
I'm
an
happy.
inevitability, and people who say he wasn't is fucking stupid.
Yeah, he's the most popular game character of all time.
Oh,
When I saw fucking
Yeah, I'm
when I
bullying her.
when I saw people unironically say no one knows who Steve is, I was like, don't you fuckers want Gino?
Yeah. Yeah, and Gino's also from the
Gino,
worst
who
game.
doesn't even look cool and isn't even the best character in Mario RPG.
Yeah.
Hey, I think he looks cool.
You know,
but
they
I
should
don't mind him.
add a good character.
Oh, I think she's
like
coming
Paper-
towards us.
Like Paper Mario.
We have to leave now.
I just want anything that's not Gino, if I'm being real.
If Gino gets in, I'll be upset at this point.
know
I
who
don't
they
I
want
would
should
be
him
add?
to get in.
genuinely upset if they fucking bended to their will.
You know who
Exactly.
they should add?
Me too.
They should add
What?
Super Mario RPG.
Why, Josh?
But yeah, I would get violently upset.
Go to a different
if
direction,
they
Joshy.
had
Go a
Gino.
different direction than me.
I can't.
Actually,
I
you know who
haven't
they
out-
should add? They should add the Cloud guy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
But like, Gino getting added is a sign of weakness. They are admitting defeat. I would hate that.
Actually,
Why
you
did
know
you throw
who
that pallet?
you know who they should
I
add?
don't know.
They should add Genos from One Punch Man.
I really,
Oh, I almost wiggled out.
they would
think-
never do this, but I
I
would
think they
love
should
it.
add Mario.
Paper
Like-
Mario.
I don't
Mario
know, right,
Gino.
so,
Yeah.
that'd be a good one.
Where the
I would
fuck is
unironically,
Mario
if they had to
Jupiter?
choose the first party, Impa from was it Calamity or Hyrule
You know-
Warriors or whatever.
If it were up to me and I could do anything for a Smash announcement, what I'd do is I would have it look like Gino was gonna be announced and everyone gets excited, then Jonesy from Fortnite kills him and he's the character.
Oh my god.
I feel like-
I would want to
I
make
feel
the
like
most
Jonesy would be
people.
boring though.
I know, but here's the thing. Since Steve's in, I can't think of anyone else who would make Smash fans more upset.
Honestly, there's two characters that I still want. It's Dante and Crash.
Yeah, I want Dante. I also want Frank West, but I'll never get him.
Frank West would be pretty base, but who cares
Here's
about
the
Dead
thing, he's
Rising?
viable.
Oh,
Shut up!
don't say that to him.
I'm a Dead Rising fan, and even I can say it.
It's my second favorite
Joshy,
game
I'm
of all
sorry,
time,
but there's a
so
generator
that's
right
wrong.
here.
I don't like this.
It's fine.
Dead Rising 1 has a Wii port. He's
I think
viable,
this
guys.
person's new because they're not doing a real good job.
Yeah, they really aren't.
Dead Rising would be perfect on Switch. Try and get
Yes.
that 24-hour
I would buy-
achievement.
I would buy a 4th or 5th copy of Dead Rising 1 for Switch. I don't even know how many copies I'm at.
Watch this.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
seem
do-
really
I'm
new.
gonna do a little bit of trolling. Go,
Like, I own the
Joshy!
game on- I own the game on Xbox One and PC already. I'll buy it on Switch. Fuck it.
He's going after me already again. Come on.
You have borrowed time, right?
Yeah. Ah.
I don't have
you-
fun.
you're not-
Wait.
I'll-
Crawl
I'll-
under.
It's
Come
fine,
on.
you can hit it. You
I
did it
did it
way too early. Way too early.
I'm sorry, Joshi. No.
Block. We can block. We can block.
Fucking what?
Damn.
How?
I feel
We were
so
both aiming under
I
the
feel
hood.
so fucking bad for you, Joshy. This always happens.
I'm
You know
just
what?
bad at this game. To be
Leave
fair,
her
though, I
with
did
me.
get unfair.
I'm
and
gonna
you
destroy
had
her
people
psyche.
target me.
You threw that pallet so early.
Yeah, that kind of fucked me up.
I'm destroying her psyche. This is revenge.
Zombieland
Why am I
Saga
phys-
Revenge.
Why am I physically incapable?
Hey, Zombieland Saga is a
of
good
getting
anime. Watch it.
My flashlight
It
is
has-
just a lightsaber.
It has zombies in it, so I'm forced to watch it because that's all I'm interested in.
Also, the music is genuinely good.
I didn't a member of my government hold a photo of a character from that
Yeah,
in Parliament.
yeah, because it was posting a pic of Lily.
Oh,
Lily.
I'm so toxic.
I forget her name. Like Yoshikawa. No, it's not Yoshikawa. Not everybody is fucking Sumire.
Yoshizawa.
Fucking Zaz and I didn't have a what was it?
Okay, so
A Twitch up,
trolling
and I
aside,
just saw
I
Zaz
might-
post up. And
Oh
then,
wait, I think she doesn't have any more. I think she wasted them on me.
Oh, I don't.
She ran out of-
Oh, she doesn't know how to get more axes.
No, she knows.
It was-
I
She
think
knows.
It was funny.
Door's almost open.
I remember I saw like a
Come on.
I remember I saw like a tweet from like some official
All right, we can
government
leave
account.
now.
Like I saw a tweet from some official UK
Hold on, we gotta
government
get Matt out.
where
Go, Matt, come on,
so
come on.
yeah, it was like the UK government
They
is
aren't leaving.
proud to announce its support of the LGBT Alliance charity, and I'm like,
Yeah, oh my god.
um,
I don't even feel bad for her. She can't.
like
She didn't care
I-
unhooked underneath her every time.
like
I
saw
almost
that,
double pipped. Holy shit.
like I saw that tweet, and I'm like, my government isn't even trying to hide it, are they?
Alright, yeah, I'll go ahead and leave on this game.
All right. So yeah, they hold up this particular picture of Lily from Zombieland Saga that just says "Shut the fuck up, turf," and it's holding a gun.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was
again. Once
yeah, I
again, as
remember
I just said, Orange, a fucking official government account said we are proud to support the LGB Alliance charity, and I'm like, I wonder why you're forgetting a letter. I wonder why you chose a charity that's forgetting a letter.
All right, I guess we're done with Survivor stuff for the night. Okay. I will remain on to do some killer stuff though.
Okay,
I'm gonna
later,
go to
guys.
bed.
Alright,
See you later.
Plan. I'm gonna go continue this paper.
I will remain here because I have nowhere better to go.
Bro, same.
I should probably do some homework.
Yeah.
And Rizzo's streaming right now, but.
I still had the fucking Eerie 11 drilling tips and tricks.
Oh yeah. By the way, this is the thumbnail of Rizzo's current stream, like right now.
Oh my god.
No sleep, only game.
Eerie be like, no sleep.
My
only
favorite
drill.
is when I briefly hopped into the stream just to see what was happening. I saw someone in the stream chat go, "Rizzo, why is there an anime girl on the thumbnail?"
Fake Rizzo fan?
I guess I'll just do this light one and I'll probably go do something else. That'll be the end of the stream, I guess. Who knew?
I don't know why, but the purple barriers and Outbreak are giving me major Fortnite vibes.
It does. It really does remind me of the storm.
I was like talking to Zaz. I think there's one night where me and Zaz were just talking, and we're talking about Blaze Blue, and he's like, "Hey Josh, you seem like you would like Trinity," and I go like, "I don't like Platinum," and he goes, "Not Platinum, the one with the glasses," and I go, "Who?" And I looked them up, and I went like, "Fuck, I do like this character."
I like 9. She's funny.
She's
a little QT 5.67857.
Please stop, please. Multiplayer is just shit tonight. No, I'm trying to get these challenges done. It keeps putting me in lobbies where every single one is like using a sniper rifle and it's just bodying us. It's like I can't get any kills while I have a spy plane active. Because it has to specifically be your spy plane. It can't be a teammate's. So it's really irritating. On the bright side, it's made the assassin challenge really easy because it means every single member of the enemy team's on a streak. So I just need to kill one of them.
I don't know why this particular image made me laugh.
Yeah, we irritating.
I just want Adler but tortured. That's the official name, Adler but tortured. Also, I thought that skull was smoking a blunt.
I like that one.
It's
like
just
that?
it's just a
Yeah,
it's just
you
a
would.
it's just a cigarette. It's not a blunt.
I like it too, but
You know they put the Weed Man, like the Weed Man was the
Johnny
main character.
Weedman himself?
Yeah, so no, the Weed Man, like skin for Stone, he was the main character of the Warzone trailer.
Oh,
Like, he's on the thumbnail and everything. He's like, Weed will save Adler.
The Wadler. Wait, isn't Stone Warsaw Pact? Why would he be saving Adler?
Because
Because
No,
he
it's
got
just like-
tortured super hard.
they're just showing off the new map or whatever, and like, it's just like he was the main character, who's on the thumbnail and everything. But specifically, Stone in his Weed skin was the main character. Also, Josh, I feel like you'd get a kick out one of
Josh,
the
he's
hunt
in
for
here right
Adler.
now.
Oh, damn it, he died. He's dead. He's dead. I can't believe it.
He's dead, Jim.
Yeah. I just say like yeah.
Yeah. I need to do the intel contract at farms because I actually do want that calling card. The one of Adler's face on the milk carton. Have you seen this boy?
Have you seen our favorite white boy? He's up to no good. Hey buddy, what's up? Where'd you go? Oh, fuck off.
I think I heard a while ago that one of the loading screen tips is wrong in this
really?
game. Yeah. Like it's talking about something they patched out and they've not gotten rid of the tip. Can we get a zombies event soon? So I don't have to play multiplayer for things.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Oh my god.
I actually like I actually like this game's multiplayer. It's just I don't like doing challenges in it because it forces me to like gimp my playstyle in some way because I'm focusing on the challenges. So I can't just play the game and enjoy it. Yeah, that makes. Like I had a suppressed AR 2 feet from me. I had an unsuppressed SMG and he won the gunfight. That makes sense. God, I hate video games.
I love Dead by Daylight. No, I don't. I tolerate Dead by Daylight.
Now you get to get.
I have
My
mixed.
teammate died so she doesn't steal this.
I have
She
mixed
stole it. That
feelings
guy was on a streak.
about asymmetrical video game experience. Dead by DaBaby.
I hate this. 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 Every time an enemy's on a streak, my teammate kills them right in front of me.
Fucking hell.
And I don't have assassin on any of the loadouts, so I can't fucking swap. I hate this game. That guy's streak was entirely on me. So I mean, I hate this challenge because it's RNG because it relies on the enemy doing well. Yeah, shotguns being a secondary weapon was a good decision. They started that in Black Ops 4, and it's basically because they don't have enough shotguns, so they just put it in the secondary category to hide the fact they only have 2 shotguns. Because if you only have,
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
if
hard
you
to make
only have-
shotguns.
because like if you only have the Hauer and the Spas, it kind of reveals, oh, this game has no shotguns. So they put it in the secondary category so it doesn't look as bad, because now it has to share space with the pistols.
God, I'm just having my ass eaten out on stream at the moment. Okay.
Painful. I wanna go home. I wanna see my children. Where have my children gone?
Fucking hell.
It's really... We really are the Black Ops Cold War.
Every Black Ops have their Cold War.
Yeah. This Cold War's about to get hot.
Is there ever a dialogue where if you punch someone that's Captain Fine, then you want the gloves are off?
Gloves off. Yeah. Oh. When are they gonna add those Samantha quotes that are in the files where she says, "You mad, bro?" And take the L? I don't like those lines.
That has the same energy as Catch Me Outside.
Yeah, but they're Warzone lines, so we should be safe.
Oh wow, stamina really does have no fall damage. I went
And
all the way
also, every operator, including every operator, including the Modern Warfare characters, have lines where they say, "Mason, what do the numbers mean?"
Oh my, because of course they do.
Yeah, but they're not used, so people are like, "Is this gonna be an event?" Because why does every character, including Modern Warfare characters, say it? Finally, Samantha Maxis can ask Mason what the numbers mean, and so can Price. It's still weird to me that they didn't recast Weaver. Like, he's the same voice as in Black Ops 1.
Maybe he accepts lower pay.
Probably. And there's also, what always weirded me out is they got him for Blackout. Because, like, he got added as, like, a loot box character, like, a year after release. Like, actually after Tag the Totem. Like, Weaver got added after Tag the Totem, so the end of the game's lifespan. And it was his voice actor. And, like, so you got him, but you couldn't get, like, Gary Oldman to do Reznov?
I mean, I'm sure Weaver's voice actors like in
No, I was saying, like, I know Gary Oldman costs more, but, like, the one you could get, like, I was about to say you could get Sam Worthington, but I remembered Sam Worthington probably lives in a dumpster right now, doesn't he? Has he even been in a movie in, like, the past decade?
I don't know who that is.
Sam Worthington, Alex Mason's actor. He also plays what's his face in Terminator Salvation, and what's his face in Clash of the Titans, and what's his face in Avatar.
Oh.
Ah yes, John Housie wasn't my favorite.
No, he plays the main character of Avatar, and I'm like, has he been in anything in the past decade? Other than Black Ops? There was a whole thing where it's like, he was like being built up as like the next big thing, and then he just kind of vanished from movies.
He simply stopped being the current thing.
I remember, apparently, I think he took Clash of the Titans because he wanted his nephew to think he was cool.
I literally forgot that movie existed until you brought it up.
We all did.
Alright, everybody gets away. God damn it.
Yeah. Successful exiting mission.
I really am I'm simply a clown of fate.
I just now realized
you'll be,
but the zombies using the ring damn blue eyes.
Oh, I have to down
yeah.
survivors with
You'll be
lethal
happy.
rush.
Yeah, you'll be happy to know that they're adding a second clown skin to Cold War Orange, so that'll be perfect for you. They're also adding, like I said, 2 more anime packs. I forgot the cruise missile actually has that really cool animation in multiplayer that doesn't have in zombies for some reason.
What if they leaked it was just Ryukishi drew the anime camos to the new one?
Finally.
Honestly, I would absolutely buy that. Are you kidding me?
The reactive anime AK looks pretty good, I will say.
Undetectable when rushing, that's good. Sure.
I need to start running. So I finally got the assassin one done. So now it's just I need to get kills while my spy plane's active. Enjoying video games in current year, not clickbait. I just got hit by a train.
I can't imagine enjoying anything at the moment.
I like how the train gets its own kill cam. Don't connection interrupted me now. The match is one more kill and the match is over. Please. There we go.
I hear you fucking.
I started get
your controller vibrating.
Yeah, I know. I don't care. Listen, it was like one kill until the match was over and I started getting connection interrupted. I was not losing my progress. All this for a skin I probably won't use.
Yeah.
I need it though. I need Tortured Adler.
Tadler.
I hate brainwashing, he says. He really has been corrupted. Adler's been corrupted. He hates brainwashing. I still think him putting on the red sunglasses with hammers and sickles on the lenses would be perfect.
Yeah.
Trinity Glass Vial Roblox.
What was I gonna say to you, Joshy Christ?
I don't know. I'm fucked up Joshy health moments. I have to go on a gluten-free diet for the next 2 weeks, and then after that, 2 weeks for dairy-free.
Why?
Just to see what's up. My doctor thinks I have gallbladder stones.
Ooh.
Or something like that.
I was about to ask if you had diabetes.
It's either that, and I also go in for an ultrasound next Wednesday.
It's a boy,
Are you pregnant? Mpreg?
You know what's scary? No one thinks I have cancer, but it would be fucking horrifying for me if like they went back and said,
Now you
so we
put
found a
that thought
tumor
in my
in your
head.
fucking your thing, and I'm like, fuck. Cap, like
Joshy,
that's
I
a
wasn't
fear in me. I'm facing that right now.
Joshy,
I'm fucking scared.
Joshy, you put that thought in my head.
I'm really scared right now.
I'm sure that you're going to be fine.
I'm probably going to be fine. I'll be real.
Did the doctor even bring up the idea that you had cancer?
No, he was like, you probably don't have cancer because it's not consistent symptoms.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
But like, here's the thing, right? I've been fucked up ever
since.
I've been fucked up ever since my dad got cancer.
Oh.
But luckily he beat it. So also my family has a weird thing of getting cancer as well. It's not even genetic.
You can die when your story arc is complete.
I'll die when Umineko is finished.
Mr. Joshua, we discovered a new type of cancer in you. It was undetectable because you're the first person to have this type of cancer.
Oh.
It's called Bofa.
It's called Canon.
It's called Cannons, sir.
It's called non-furniture.
You're turning into an armchair, Mr. Weasley. Oh, that's good. Me capping my frame rate did not have a significant impact on the quality of the stream.
What if the other Josh I'm friends with is the one with the cancer and you're incorrect? You got the wrong vision.
You've simply transferred it to a different Joshy.
No, because like, I'm not gonna say your last name, Joshua. Don't worry, but like, Joshua accidentally said his last name and revealed he has the exact same name as another friend of mine, like in real life.
Oh god.
Like, first and last name. It was weird. Are you Ginger, Joshua? Were you lying when you showed that photo?
I do look like John Lennon. I am John.
I don't believe you. Prove you're not Ginger. How do I not know you're not my other friend, Josh?
I don't have a British accent.
Neither does he.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I tricked you. How does it feel to be trolled?
Well, now you know I'm not him.
You were lying. You didn't do a little trolling. You did massive amounts.
You did copious amounts of trolling.
It reminds me, I still need to do that ruler of everything edit, don't I?
I've been you. I know your facade is a scheme. I know you're making me cry. This is the way that I am.
I don't know which one's better, the troll face one or the Christian one. They both get really depressing.
I feel bad for Tally Hall because they broke up because people felt they weren't being recognized for any of their music.
Yeah.
And then the ruler of everything meme happened.
God fucking damn it. I just think they broke up like a week before it got big. That was funny.
Fuck.
It's like when go.
Detective undercover brotherhood objective obscene. Oh no no oh yeah.
Why do I still
swear.
have a Griffin Fiddle's AU horror picture on my desktop?
Why wouldn't you?
Good.
I feel like someone may have broken into your house that put that picture into your desktop, but I'm not gonna name any names.
Well, no, I
but they're
remember
listening
downloading
and they know
it,
who
but I
they
haven't
are.
put it anywhere. It's just
It exists. There's no denying that.
check out Scruffy Turtles on Twitter. They do good art.
Everybody knows who The only two people who are watching this definitely know who Scruffy Turtles is.
I know, but that's for future people who are like, man, I want to see what these guys are up to.
Is that the adult S-Link one?
Who want to see me? Who want to see what I was like before my mental breakdown where I killed those people?
Ran over the. Did you see? He keeps projecting Texas Oishi because that's what Cap really is.
Yeah, I'm even from Texas. Instead of going to Japan, I went to England.
Plot twist, Ryukishi secretly watched a stream and then Go Season 2, they released a new Texas Oishi plotline.
Yeah,
So that's why Oishi killed all those people.
Or in the Japanese dub, they do Osaka and Oishi.
No, it's still Texas. In the original.
Not even the Japanese equivalent to Texas, just Texas.
They say the word Texas. They swapped to English just to say that.
I mean, hey, if you want a funny little Go fact, there's literally a plot line about Oishi killing everyone.
Yeah, I know that.
I did see those clips while I was looking for stuff, but I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, as I
He kills
say,
them all.
there's a Smash idea I had, but because nobody here cares about spoil it. Oh wait, there's a stream going on. Is it there?
I'm just thinking of like.
Okay,
I'm just
I can
thinking
drop
of
it.
like.
I think the reveal should be a Uineko character, but they say in red that Gino isn't coming.
Didn't Zaz post that in the chat though?
Yeah, but we
music-
want to save for the viewer.
Oh.
The music made me lose control. I butchered them like animals.
Music make you lose control. Music make you lose control.
Were you referencing the Flow Perfecto meme of that?
No, I'm referencing the
Oh,
meme.
Okay, I was
referencing a
just
song.
wondering, because it's like, not to be like, oh, you mean that one Flow Perfecto meme. It's just because, that's like the specific one in my mind I go to, because it's like fucking the most like batshit thing I've seen, because I've never done anything related to Skonia. And just that out of context is like, what the fuck?
I like how, because I got like fucked up fighting someone, Samantha said worth it after she killed them. Like I'm at 1 HP and she said worth it.
Somebody is
That was
going
worth
to
it.
death jail. Population you, apparently. I'm struggling for material, please clap.
No.
Oh. Ooh. And
What if I drop the fun fact that in Skyrim enemies level with you, and in Hitmon and Droll enemies are unleveled, so if you go to an area too early, you get your ass handed to you.
wow,
we get
it's
an
almost like
RPG
that's a
without
much
leveling?
better game.
Yeah, exactly.
I want an RPG with no levels.
But that's on RPG. Well, maybe.
Shut up.
I mean, you're
Shut up.
like it depends because it's like you are playing a role technically.
Yeah.
The best RPG is still Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oh man, I grew up on that shit. I can let you
So did
slide.
I. Yeah, so did I.
I played it a lot.
Yeah, as I say, I remember the first time I was like a very sick child. I remember being sick, and me and my dad just played the shit out of it.
My dad didn't like things unless they were realistic films.
I think my father was like the exact opposite. Like he just didn't like realistic shoots.
I think my dad was what everyone thinks I am.
The dude, bro.
I am everything.
He likes The Last of
everyone.
Us too.
I knew one guy, and like looking back, I think he's pretty based. But like he like was late to a party with his girlfriend because he was too busy playing Call of Duty with his friends. And
That is based though.
I'm like, that guy was based, and I actually talked to him, and he was cool. That man was.
I don't know
based.
why, but that's right.
And his name was
really. That's randomly reminded me of that Slow Beef video from like 2008 where they're watching some like British guys play COD 4 split screen and making fun of them. It's a very specific thing to be reminded of. I think because they started saying they sounded like Harry Potter characters.
Man, remember those Halo 3 Rage kids? Then they all turned out to be fake.
They were all real. They were all real.
Which is
like
disappointing because
Herobrine.
there's a specific one I loved where it was
There we
this
go.
fucking storyline of this kid yelling at his mother to get him Taco Bell and his chorizo or some shit like that, or burrito, and it's just like him constantly yelling and cussing at her, and just like what the fuck. But that's
I hate the word cussing. I hate the word cussing.
I hate that word too. I don't know what
it's the worst thing Americans ever invented.
I hate the Homeowners Association. I hate the Homeowners Association.
What's the matter with saying the
I
word
just wanna-
cussing?
I want to say homeowner kind of cut off, so it's like you said you hated something else.
Oh no! Please don't.
Why do you hate cursing, Cap?
No, I hate the
Why
word
do you- why do you
cussing,
hate
but
cussing?
Cussing's fine.
A man don't like the cuss.
Cussing just sounds dumb.
It's a good
It
way
sounds
to
like
not
a little
say it.
baby word.
Cussing
Yeah.
is more like
Just
bussing.
Just say,
I don't know,
just
I
say
would say
swearing or
swearing.
something.
Just say swearing, yeah.
I do say swearing, but I also say cussing because that's also
Just
what
say
it's about.
swearing.
No,
I'm gonna kill you.
you can't even. Cap, fucking. You can't kill me. We've been through this.
He says,
You can't kill me.
Look, he said a deep web hitman already. There's nothing you can do.
Exactly. Agent 47 is outside your house.
He's gonna run
No, like
with
you
a
knock
mobility
at the
scooter.
door and then like you see it's me and I'm like, well, oh, you weren't supposed to know this, but this is my side gig. But oh well.
Agent 47.
AC is
Agent
actually
47.
open
Cap,
in
you do
real
realize
life.
that was just a honeypot, right?
No,
You
Agent
just-
47's on his way. He's gonna be wearing the flamingo outfit you got for doing the elusive target
Cap,
in Miami.
gave like a bunch of money to some random dude that just took 10 grand.
I gave it to the FBI. It's always the FBI.
Give me some of that good stuff you invented. Crack? No, AIDS. That's the stuff.
Invented AIDS.
Finally fermented AIDS. They gave you blood, gallons of the stuff. Yeah, there's no way they aren't just working on this one right now. Hi!
Bro,
Yeah,
bitch.
we're almost out of time.
I still think the highlight of this of like the late night talk is like Digital and I just being pinned down by the Covenant in like firefight, and him saying while he's taking cover, she looks like the kind of girl to take Jim.
Wait, what? What?
The Ruby conversation.
Oh
the
yeah,
Ruby
I was definitely
conversation.
there if Ruby got brought up. I'm the only person who gives a shit.
What was it? Fucking, you give that so much bad out of context. So what I said was,
Oh yeah, you say
basically,
like
it's
Yang
like I
cannot
felt
be
like-
gay or something.
Because she has big
No.
boobs.
he has big
Yeah.
boob, but not. They're joking, by the way. Please do not take this as me.
Everybody, I need you to clip Rushy Rushy.
Yeah, Rush.
I need you to clip Joshy being homophobic.
Exactly. Like, come on.
I'm
I like
begging
to
you.
think when he said that the entire Covenant just stopped firing when I said, wait, what? What?
Okay.
Like, the entire Covenant just stopped.
No, you were all of you were dead at that time, and I was the last man standing.
I have now unlocked Operation Sneaky or
Joshy, I will say if we're joshing with you a little too hard, it's perfectly fine. Like I can back off. It's no big deal.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
can
fine.
This is
Like,
finally.
please understand, I've unless you can tell by the tone of my voice when I'm actually
wait.
genuinely angry or fucking with you.
Oh wait. No, I just remembered. I still need to play Warzone. Oh.
I'm usually very loose about this. The only time it's like I get a little bit is what is it? I always specifically have to add, no, I'm not homophobic.
Oh, I was gonna say or during the Great Tax Evasion of 1989 that you had.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to tell you, Joshua. One of the Hump Rattler rewards, rewards, Warzone only, that you have to do the Warzone counter, is a calling card where it has a picture of Adler on a carton of milk.
Nice.
Dumbass.
You see, and also he's still wearing the sunglasses and leather jacket on his missing child photo.
What if you're reading a good story, but then they went into the Mahjong arc, and you had to look up what Mahjong is in order to understand it?
Honestly, I would gladly take a Mahjong section over whatever the fuck is happening right now.
I remember
actually
when I was
really
playing
like this
State
anime.
I got
Angels and Demons pack you showed me earlier, Cap.
Yeah, it was good.
I might actually buy it when it comes out.
I got so I got back from the field trip in Persona 4. It's like, what do you want to get, Nanako? I just picked something and then I looked up what it was, and I'm like, maybe I should have just blindly picked that. It worked out, but it's like maybe actually pick things you know what they are.
What was it?
It was just food.
Ah.
It worked out fine, but I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'll pick it anyway.
Those fucking beans that everybody hates.
Oh no, I got Nanako crack. Turned out it was the Japanese word for crack cocaine.
I can't believe you would do that to Nanako.
Why did you give her an entire gallon of PCP?
Ooh, the anime pop star one.
We used to give LSD to the police detective's daughter in our neighborhood. Then we'd lock arms around her and start chanting "Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare."
New Persona lore. I can't believe Cap gave the entire.
Yes, me specifically, not you, Narakami. I visited Inaba.
You went to Inaba.
You visited a fictional location.
Exactly.
You went to a fictional location to give a fictional character an entire gallon of very real.
As we approach the dimensional merge, the walls between our universes get weaker and weaker. I can come and go now. Man, you should see what I did when I went to where Adler died. I fucking dumped my nuts in his mouth.
Man, imagine there's some world-ending threat, and it had to tell one person the exact plan on how it's gonna end the world and how to stop it, and it tells Christian.
Oh no.
And Christian is the only person that knows this world-ending threat and how to stop it.
I do sometimes think what if Chris was right? I feel like I would spend my last moments before I die from I don't know.
The 15 different atomic bombs that are gonna go off all at once.
Yeah, right before I die, I'd just say, for fuck's sake, Chris was right, and I would just feel depressed.
Or everybody be like, why the fuck did you make the orphanage staff, Ryukishi?
Once again, my OC's going to beat me to death for creating them, that's
No, you ever think about, that would mean that, so many time loops would go off all at once.
Oh no. It's almost as Chris didn't think this through.
I feel like it would be like the Darwinism where only the strongest characters survive, so it'd just be Featherine and some other god characters from biblical stories.
Dante from the Devil May Cry.
Also, hey, I'm gonna end the stream now.
I don't know. I don't know
goodbye,
why
funny
this.
stream gremlins.